Right, I think we are live. Thank you very much for joining me today. Apologies for being slightly late. We were trying to get the game set up. I was trying to finish my lunch and decided that we were going to choose our starting corporations and our starting cards before we actually went live on the stream. And then, of course, I had Series AP when I was looking at my cards and not knowing which ones to take. But we are here. Welcome to a 4-player playthrough of Terraforming Mars using the app. As you can see, the app is absolutely fantastic. Really, really well done. Really like it. And who's joining me today? John. We'll say hello to John first.
I've played this a lot.
This is where you say hello back, John. Good afternoon.
I have said hello back.
You have.
So
hello. How are you doing?
I'm all right, thank you. How are you? Ready to beat me this time?
Yeah. Well, we played last time, and as you were reminding me earlier on, if I'd have done one thing slightly different, I'd have won.
Yep, one thing.
Yeah,
there were various people in this house screaming at you to do it as well, but I wasn't going to tell you.
Yeah, unfortunately, we live too far away from each other that I didn't hear their screaming. So.
Yep.
Right, who else is joining us today? Brett's joining us.
Good afternoon, folks.
How experienced are you at this game?
I played it a couple of times physically and against the AI a few times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as we were just discussing off camera, although I've said the app is fantastic and it is really, really good, the multiplayer AI is not very good whatsoever. Even if you're a relatively beginner at the game, you probably should be able to beat the AI even on the hardest setting. It's good practice for playing proper multiplayer, but it isn't really that much of a challenge. And finally, Mike from Ready Steady Play has given up his afternoon to join us.
Hey Paul, thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming on. We've been talking about collaborating on things for a long time and we just never seem to get round of it, but this will be the first one.
Well, I mean, other than the ill-fated Pathfinder campaign.
Yes, I was going to say we have done something before, which was the Pathfinder campaign. Yeah. But we're going to be doing some more. We're going to be doing some games together at some point. I don't know when, but we're going to do it.
Yep. Once Paul finds a gap in his schedule, which
yes,
Yeah.
Well, hopefully next month. Right. So yes. Yeah. Let me just get the chat up on my iPad so that I can see it. That is there because I'm full screen on my thing. And let's start. And it is Brett first. So we've chosen our corporations. We're playing with Prelude. And we've chosen our starting cards. So yeah, let's jump straight in. I've turned Brett's volume down a little bit. So yeah, let me know if the volumes of the other three are need adjusting at all. Right, over to you, Brett. Now I can't see what you're doing. I think when you do your turn.
It's just asking me to play Prelude cards. So
right. Here's me cup of tea.
Go ahead and play Business Empire.
What corporation are you, Mike? Doesn't recognise.
I'm the Mining Guild.
Hey, let's have a look.
Closely related to, but not actually affiliated with the Lollipop Guild.
they have the office next door. Right, so Brett's Prelude cards. Get 6 money but lose 6 money? No, get 6 income. And mining operations.
Oh, that's my thing.
I was going to say that's your thing, Mike. Right. How can I see what corporation the other players are playing? I thought maybe I can't at the moment.
It'll show you once we get
going. Okay. Oh, the other thing that I forgot to do when we started the game is set the time limit, but thankfully it has remembered my time limit from the last time I played it. Because that's the other weird thing with the app. When you first create your first multiplayer game, the default time limit is set to 30 minutes. You can't play this game in 30 minutes. So everybody gets timed out. Thankfully, as you can see on the left-hand side, it says 4D. That means we've all got 4 days to play our game. So that means we will have finished this 2 weeks on Tuesday.
At least the app tends to go reasonably quickly.
Yeah. Orbital Construction Yard.
So yes, I'm Terractor, which is basically a bunch of lawyers. I've got money.
Okay. Oh, we've got our first lake on the board.
Wow. Look at that.
Right. Mike's turn. So when you're playing Prelude, this is we all get a turn to play our Prelude cards before the game starts.
Yes, it gets you up and running. So instead of starting cold, or maybe with just your corporation bonuses, you get to play cards at synergy, hopefully,
Yes.
with your corporation, which gets you on the board and firmly up and running.
Yeah.
Or should do.
I mean, most people who've played Prelude say that it's a must-have expansion.
Yes.
And I don't
Absolutely.
think anybody plays the game without Prelude. I certainly wouldn't. I definitely don't. But if you are watching this video and you play the base game without Prelude, then great, but why? Right, Metals Company. Followed by...
We're going for production of resources.
And
Oh,
an
you've
early
got a city.
settlement. Ooh, we've got a city on the board already. It's gone down there.
Yeah, maybe a bold play. We'll see. I'm just, you know. The thing
Right.
is, I sort of know what I'm doing, but also
Mhm.
maybe not. You'll have to watch the stream to find out.
We will see.
Yeah.
You'll never
I-
believe
I-
what
I-
happens at turn 6. Okay, I'm going
I
to play
was
an
the mining
IO
guild, I think,
research
last game.
outpost. Titanium production by 1, and I draw a card. Because I am Phobolog. What does Phobolog do?
Or Boblog.
So I start with 10 titanium and 23 mega... what's it called, the currency in the game?
Mega credits.
Mega credits, that's it. But my titanium is actually worth 4 instead of 3.
That's a good one. Yeah, Foblog are good. If
Yeah.
you're into building an economy, Foblog are really good.
I'm going to
Economy
play a
and
metal-rich
space.
asteroid to get me more titanium. Because titanium gives you a discount on the science cards, is that right?
Space.
Yeah.
Yeah, space,
Space
cards.
cards,
Anything
space
to do with
cards.
space.
Anything space cards. James is saying, in multiplayer, do you have to complete all the parameters like you do in solo? So the multiplayer game ends when the planet is terraformed. That's when the game ends. So yes, you do have to do it. If you don't do it, you keep on playing until you do it.
Yep.
Right, and off we go then. So Brett is taking the first turn, and now we can see what Brett is. So Brett is the Valley Trust, a community of technological entrepreneurs join forces to invest in space exploration. He starts with 37 mega credits, but he draws 3 prelude cards and plays one of them, discarding the other 2.
Science.
Is that in addition to the 2 that you've already played?
Yep.
Wow,
Oh,
nice.
that's a good one.
Nice. And whenever you play a science tag, it's cheaper. Science tags are cheaper.
Okay. Note
Okay.
to self, don't go for science.
So that corporation that Brett's playing, Valley Trust, that's an additional one that was included in the Prelude expansion.
Very specifically preludes, that one.
Yeah. Thomas is here. Hi, Thomas. Thank you for joining in.
Oh, got a giant space mirror.
You will. A bit early for the space mirror to come out.
It's one of my favourite cards. So, let's see what Brett's done.
Another
He's got a
city.
settlement. Another settlement. Popping up everywhere. Three energy production early on, because so much relies on energy production. So did you play 2 prelude cards, Brett, or just 1?
So I played 2, and then my first action was to play a third.
Oh, draw 3 and play 1 of them. Right, I thought it was draw 3, play 2. Okay, it's still good. Still good. Right, over to Terractor. So you start with 60 mega credits, and Earth cards are cheaper.
Yep.
It's money, isn't it?
It's money, basically, at the moment. Luckily, I've got some cards that work quite well with that.
Tom's joined in the chat. Good morning, Tom. Thank you for joining in. Place your bets now on who you think's going to win. And how many rounds do we think this is going to last, or generations? 4-player game. 7? 8?
I think about 8.
Prelude shortens it by at least 1, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Sorry, cool. Oh, actually, it doesn't have to be you. It does. Sorry, Paul. You're the only
It's
one
alright.
with titanium production.
Oh, are you doing something against me? Already?
Sorry.
What?
No, it was for me, but somebody. Like, the only way for me to play it was to take somebody down by one, and you're the only one with any. Sorry.
I'm going to contact my lawyers about that. Oh, wait a minute, that's you.
Oh, that'll be me. You can call it a tax.
And you got a victory point for doing it. That's shocking. I mean, what does the future hold? Right, come on, Mike.
Just establish a bit of Space Corps.
Yes.
Yeah, go and attack John. Build some rovers.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at Mike's thing. Mike is the mining guild. He starts with 30 mega credits, 5 steel, and a steel production. And every time you get steel or titanium as a placement bonus on the map, your steel bonus goes up by 1. Right, okay.
And I play a comet.
Big events to start with.
Oh, that was not where I should have put that. Damn it.
Yeah, so you've already got 3 buildings for the builder milestone.
So Terractor, that's is that John?
That is John.
Me, yes.
Yes.
John, you're picking on Paul, so now you lose
I
your
didn't
plants.
pick on Paul. I don't have any plants. Oh, I do have plants.
Not
Didn't
anymore.
notice I had them. I just got
Well-
them so late. No, that's fair enough.
John wakes up in the morning, looks out of his window and sees this asteroid hitting his back garden where he's just been growing some bushes.
Yeah.
Gary's in the chat. Good to see you, Gary. Hope you're doing well. He says that it's the nastiest card in the game because titanium production isn't easy to get.
Yeah, it's super hard to get.
Well, it's not so bad when it's played this early, though. He says.
He says. I mean, how do you get titanium production during the game? Is just with other cards,
Odds.
and there's not many of them.
Actually, is there any on the board? There might be. Is there one on the board?
Not
No, there's
production.
one on the- yes, there is. Bottom right on the board. Oh no, you're right. It's just titanium.
It's not production. It's just
no,
one
it's
titanium.
Yeah, it's cards.
Right, my go. So I don't know. It's a great game, but I'm not very good at it. Let's see what we're gonna do. Am I gonna play that? No. Can't play these because of that. I don't remember drafting that card. I've got a card here that I didn't remember. I didn't remember taking at the start.
Didn't you draw one for one of your preludes?
Oh, I did. Yeah, because I'm like looking at that
Okay.
card, thinking, why would I ever have taken that card? That's a rubbish card.
No, Paul, we can't see them.
But I am going to put some solar wind power in play. Normally costs 11, but I'm going to reduce the cost of it with my titanium.
Yep.
So it only costs me 3. There you go. That's given me a little bit of power.
Titanium's hard to come by. Don't
Yeah,
spend it
Well, titanium
frivolously.
production is hard to come by. Yeah. What do I want to do as
Paul's
my
got plenty at the moment.
second action? I don't think I want to do that. That can wait. So I think it's going to be a standard project. And I think... Let me just have a look at my other cards. What do I want to get up? Quick, I want that. Yeah, no, I think we're gonna do an aquifer. If I can. Have I got enough money? I haven't got enough money. Oh, well, that's a bit rubbish. It might be a very quick first round. I might only be playing the 1 card. Yeah, I'm gonna skip. I did one thing and it is now back to Brett.
I don't think I've got much money left. So.
For some reason I thought I had loads of money and then it's like, no, you don't.
Oh, I can't do anything, so I'm going to pass.
Okay. Back to John.
Already? Oh dear.
Mhm.
You said you can't play this in half an hour.
You probably can, to be fair. If you're experienced with the game, you could set a player... It's just the default player timer being 30 minutes is silly.
I'd like to see the Terraforming Mars savants who can play this in 30 minutes, like a 4-player game.
Well, it's 30 minutes per player. It's an
30 minutes per player.
It's an individual player timer, yeah. But what was funny is the first time I played this on the app, I created a 2-player game. It was me and Mark Perry, and we didn't realise until we were like 15 minutes in, and we live streamed. It was being live streamed. It was hilarious, and the timer was going down, and we were playing quicker and quicker and quicker, and then eventually Mark's timer ran out, so he got replaced by an AI. So I carried on playing, and then I timed out, so I got replaced by an AI. So literally the game finished with 2 AIs playing against each other because both of the human players had timed out. It was like...
without doing anything?
Me too.
Okay, right. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to do anything. No, I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to pass as well. There you go. Generation 1 is done. 25 years pass. Let's get some production.
We are on draft, aren't we, for cards?
We are on draft. Yes.
Cool.
Ah, yeah.
We're
So Gary has
very,
reminded me that my corporation only starts with 23 mega credits. So, in fact, it's the only corporation that can't buy all 10 starting cards if it wanted to. Yeah. Right, we are
Well, that's
drafting
because your
cards.
titanium ability is so good, Paul.
Yeah. If only I had production.
No, that's... so...
Right, let's have a look at these cards.
Mm.
Okay. Like this one. But... Oh, and I've got 2 of them already. Right, well... I'm thinking this one. The one I'm thinking. Just need another one of them. Yeah, we're going to go with that one. Ooh, well, hello. That's handy. This is awesome, but seriously? 7 science tags? I think we're going to go with this one. Oh, we're absolutely going with that one.
I'm being screwed on the cards here, I think.
And of course, we are only drafting these cards. We still have to buy them afterwards, and that's
Yes.
always the other thing. Is like, oh, I want all 4 of them. You're like,
I will
well,
admit, there's tactical carding going on with me. There's a card here that I know I don't want someone else to have, so I've
oh
taken
right, you're counter drafting already.
Oh,
because there was nothing I
counter-drafting.
wanted. It's because there was nothing I wanted in the hand. That's the
That's
only
fine.
reason.
It's a part of it. I don't mind counter drafting as long as. I mean, if a player counter drafts, that's their choice. But if a player counter drafts in a 4 or 5 player game just to deny a card to one other player when there would have been a card that would have been better for them,
Oh, that's good.
that's a bit unfair.
You see, now I've got myself a card I wanted. That's better. There's at least one card I wanted in this hand.
I don't think I want either of these. Yeah, so at this point, I'm like, I don't want either of these. So therefore, which one don't I want other people to have?
I like this term, counter-drafting. I think that's it sounds a lot friendlier than the term we use for it, which is...
Do you use hate draft?
Yeah, hate draft.
Yeah, hate
that's
draft
horrible.
was the phrase I think initially, but counter drafting I think is just a bit. Well, it doesn't include the word hate for a start, so
Yeah. It sounds a bit more strategic
it
as well.
sounds a bit
and I
like,
think-
oh, we're tactical gamers. I'm going to counter draft.
I mean,
this one.
And
Yeah,
I
no,
actually,
I agree with you.
think a bit of counter drafting is good. Like if a drafting game doesn't have any of that, I feel like there's less importance to the draft
Yeah,
almost.
I mean, the classic case is 7 Wonders. If you allow one player to collect all of the science cards, they will just do really, really well. So there
Yeah.
are
And
certain,
you'd think people would learn that, wouldn't you?
But there
The
are some
number
people
of
who don't
games I've
like
played
counter
with the
drafting.
same groups over and over again, and they just leave me alone with the science cards,
Right.
and then wonder why I win.
Yeah,
The problem is it's somebody choosing to counter draft rather than furthering their own strategy.
Exactly.
That's the thing. And in this card, because you only draw 3 cards anyway, it's not necessary. It's only if there's just nothing you can use in your draft hand. That's the only reason to do it.
and of course that would change in a 2-player game. In a 2-player game, if I had the choice of a card that was good for me or denying you a card that was amazing for you, I might still deny the card that's amazing to you. Because that's a two-player game. You know? So,
Yeah, absolutely. You've got to weigh up all of those choices.
Mm.
Counter drafting is certainly less productive in a game with more players. And I also think it's you just can't be passing up on all of those good cards. You have to build your own engine at some point as well. You know?
Okay, I've selected my card. Is it waiting for me to do something? I've got.
Well, mine seems to be waiting.
I am waiting.
I'm waiting as well.
Yeah.
Oh, of course, there's the last card as well, isn't there? Sorry, ignore me. Nope, that's not working either.
Yeah, nothing's coming up for me.
I've got a selected card. And it says selected, and it's just not doing anything.
Oh.
It's
There
a
we go,
bureaucratic
there we go.
malfunction at Tractor.
I'm hoping that we're not going to have any multiplayer glitches, but what are you seeing on your screen, John?
So I've sorted it now.
Oh, it's sorted it, right, okay.
It was a forgetting to press escape moment.
Oh, okay, right. But what are we waiting for now?
I don't know.
Because nothing's happening on my screen.
Or mine. Oh,
Okay.
here we go. Now, there we go.
Now it's doing it. Okay. So, I'm definitely buying that one. And I'm definitely buying that one. I definitely do not want this one. And this one is quite nice, but do I want to pay the 3? No, I don't. So I'm just buying 2 out of the 4 cards.
I'm buying 3.
And yes, thank you, James, for a reminder. Please remember to give the video a like. And if you are watching this live, great. Thank you for watching it live. If you are watching this afterwards, please leave me a comment and let me know if you enjoyed it.
I see Severin's mentioned Magic the Gathering. Yeah, there's a reason I gave up Magic the Gathering, and drafting's only part of it.
Yeah, but have you ever played Rochester Draft in Magic the Gathering?
No.
Rochester Draft was amazing.
It was amazing. Yeah.
Loved it.
For
For those people who don't know, drafting in Magic the Gathering is normally an 8-player draft with 8 players sat around a table. Rochester Draft, what you do is you open up the booster, you put all 15 cards out on the table, and then player 1 takes a card, player 2 takes a card, all the way round, and then you snake draft back. So whoever is the first pick gets 1 card from that booster, and they get just that 1 card. Everybody else will get 2. And you do that for each of the boosters. Rochester Draft is so interesting and so good because everybody sees all of the cards and you see what everybody else is taking. It's just really, really good.
Right. I've just put a catapult into play just so I can sling stuff into
An
orbit.
Earth Catapult. I used that one, I think, a lot. Is that the discard a resource every turn to get money or something?
No, it's just everything you play costs you 2 less.
Oh, right. But it's just really expensive.
Yeah, but I've got plenty of money.
Oh, and it's 2 points. Okay,
Yep.
that's a really good card.
And now
Yeah,
everything
well,
else
did
I
you just-
play is too cheaper.
Paul, did you set us up? Who are these
What?
people even? They're really good.
I know. How long has it been since I Rochester drafted? 22 years, I think. Wow.
I think it's been more than that since I played Magic. I just got, Actually, no, I did get back into it for a little bit for 8th, and then I thought, no, I can't get back into this, and walked away again.
Yeah, I mean, I played in the UK Nationals in 97 and 98, I think. And Rochester drafting was the day 1 draft.
Okay. No, it was before I went to Saudi, so I was playing competitively in 94, 95.
Right.
Right at the beginning.
Right, so what's Mike up to with these sneaky miners?
Probably stealing somebody else's steel production. Knowing what they're like.
No.
Yeah, and Paul is saying that your card, because you're Terractor, it was 3 cheaper. Oh,
Yep.
yeah, because when you
It's
play an
cheaper
Earth
as
card...
well.
Oh,
Yeah, so now any Earth card is 5 cheaper.
right.
Seems
So we
like a
need to
combo.
not give you any Earth cards, is what you're saying? Uh-oh, what's Mike up
The
to now?
counter drafting pact is strong.
Mikey's blowing stuff up.
He
He's
is.
got a water splitting plant. I'm going to look at these cards. They don't come up for long enough. I want to see them.
You
Pick up the log,
There
Paul,
you go.
and click on them in the log as well.
Here we go. Cards played. So water splitting plant is spend 3 energy as an action.
Yeah.
Yep. Spend 3 energy to raise oxygen by 1 step. Pretty good.
Now all I need is some energy.
Yes. Okay,
Only
what
you
am I
had
going
a
to do?
giant space mirror.
I
Yeah.
have 26 money. I think what we need is we need a university. What we need. Do I want to decrease the cost using my steel? Yes.
That's
I don't
Space
know,
University.
Paul. I heard these days tuition fees are too high and the jobs aren't good enough.
So yeah, I'm going to build a Mars University for nothing.
Uh-oh.
Now, what that
How are the
does
facilities?
is it allows me to discard a card and draw a card. So I'm going to discard that one. I didn't want anyway. Discard it. See what we get instead. Going to show me? No, I've got to click on it to have a look. Ooh. Oh, that's nice. Right, which means I can now play Gene Repair, the famous actor. Yeah, because I need 3 science tags in play. I have.
Science tags stop reading science tags. So that's you and the other.
I think I've got 4
Brett
already.
that's got the science discount?
Discard another card. Oh, do I want to discard another card?
And I'm sat to the left of Paul and his needing science tags. It's great.
So I think I might actually get rid of this one. I think I've... Yeah,
Yep.
change of plan. So we're going to get rid of that one.
Because Brett gets to play science for 2 cheaper.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that is me done. I like this. I already feel I've got a little bit of an engine. Again, that's Prelude. Prelude really, really does help.
I didn't get the cards I really wanted for mine, unfortunately, but I've got some okay cards.
I mean, there's a huge number of cards in the game, isn't there?
There is, especially once you start throwing in the other expansions.
Yeah,
as
yeah,
well.
yeah. Monica's in the chat. Good afternoon, Monica. Thank you for joining in. Monica is still on the fence about buying this as she has her amazing physical... Yeah, Monica's got a really, really blinged up physical version. But, as I say, the app is fantastic. And quite often they are doing a 50% discount sale. I mean, the app is really well done. But the advantage of the app is right now, I am playing a game against John, Mike and Brett that I would not be able to do without the app. And it does all of the admin for you. It's just, yeah,
That's
nice.
It saves a lot of time, this game.
It saves a lot of time. You get all of the goodness out of the game without all of the downside maintenance and admin.
I'm just getting some titanium.
My titanium.
No, some titanium.
Mine. All your titanium belong to us. Yes, it is on sale now.
Yeah, I was about to say that actually.
Right.
50% off at the moment, so you can
Yeah.
get this for just under £8.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, just under £8, that's like 24 packs of cheap Jaffa cakes from Aldi.
Good grief, 8 mega credits a turn. Bloody hell.
Who's getting 8 mega credits a turn?
Bloody
Reds.
trust. So not only does he get cheap science.
Oh.
Ow. Ooh, what am I going to do? That's interesting. What can we do this turn?
So 233 cards in the base game. Feels like more. Oh, but that includes corporations. Yeah, I think it's the fact that all of the cards are unique as well. The There's obviously some similarities within some of them, but yeah. What you need.
Yeah, let's do that this turn. Actually, get some money coming in. Just building a little holiday camp.
That's what we need on Mars, a holiday camp.
Yep.
Miranda Resort. Does that increase your income by 3? It does.
Does.
Nice.
We're going to wait longer than I saw how much money Brett's got coming in, so I've got a bit up my money now.
Oh, it's your income goes up 1 for each Earth tag.
Yes, and I had 3 Earth tags at the time.
You had 3 Earth tags at the time. Right, okay. How do you see how many tags somebody's got?
There's a tag button.
There's a tag
you
button.
can't.
There
There's
you
a
go.
tag button, so you click on the player and click on the tags.
Yep, got it. Because that includes your starting corporation as well, doesn't it? Yeah, your starting corporation has an Earth tag. Right, got it. Okay.
Its timing on that kind of card is quite important. It's whether or not you hold it back for a bit longer or play it to get more out of it.
Mm-hmm. So here's a random thought. Do you think we have enough patron supporters to do a little Terraforming Mars tournament using the app? I think we probably do.
Yeah, I'm sure we do.
Probably do.
If you wanted to do it turn-based, you're probably best using that website
That's true. Yeah,
rather than the app.
that would probably be better.
Which means that people who don't own the app as well could also play.
That's true. That is very true.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk
Although
about that.
it does have a remote play option. So instead of playing like we're playing now, you can play Hot Seat.
Yeah, I've
And
tried
use remote
that.
play.
I couldn't get that to work.
For this one. I mean, it works for Aeon's End. It works really well for
It
Aeon's
does,
End.
yeah.
Let's go, Mike.
Yeah, I'm just you know, quietly considering my
Yeah, no,
Options?
that's fine. I
like
was just thinking it was.
two things I can do.
Let's have a look at these awards. Remind myself of what these are. So that's tiles in play, money production, science tags, which I'm doing quite well on already.
Yeah.
Heat, nobody's got any heat. And steel and titanium, I'm currently doing well on that one, but I'm planning on spending my titanium to get cheap cards.
I mean, personally, I would think it's a little bit early to start funding awards unless you're
You
100%
think?
sure. But
I've
that
got 4
said,
science tags compared to none that anybody else. I know what you're saying. But
I mean, yeah, fund the scientist one. You know, you're right. You're off to a good start.
yeah, but if
The
I draw
important
no
thing to
more
remember,
science cards.
and the important thing to remember is only 3 awards can be funded.
Yes, and they get more expensive, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Gary is saying that most of the glitches in the app when playing async have now gone. That's good
Yeah, it
to
does
know.
play much better.
Because
When we played it a year ago, it was a nightmare.
Yeah, it's put me off playing async. But if Gary's saying that they've fixed it all, then that's great.
All right, I think I'm just gonna pass. This was
Okay.
the mysterious third option.
Right, my go. So. Thinking about this. But I'm also thinking about this. But this doesn't do anything for my engine. No, that just gives me a point and doesn't help my engine at all. None of this is really doing anything. And I do only have 14 money. 14 money is not a lot. Can't even do an aquifer. Okay, I am gonna fund the scientist award. Yeah, there you go. It might be too early, but Generation 2, I have funded an award.
Okay.
And I suppose the advantage of me playing this card is that allows me to cycle another card. But no, for now I'm just going to skip. That's a very unusual Generation 2 move, funding an award and then not doing anything else. But I am short on cash.
You've got
And-
100 titanium.
And of course, the next time if anybody wants to fund award, it's going to cost 14. So
Yes, exactly. Willem's here. Good afternoon, Willem. Glad you were able to join us. And Paul Kelly is saying, Mike, that if you don't win the award for minor, then you haven't tried.
Well,
Well,
that may be true, but I would argue that as a mining guild, we're just not really interested in funding these kinds of public sector award schemes. So really, I have to rely on one of you guys to fund it, and I just don't think that's in your interests. So really, I don't think there will be a mining award for me to fail at,
Oh.
right?
I mean, it's interesting because I start off with 14 titanium. I've got 14 titanium. If I don't spend that, then I could be in the running for that award as well.
second city up from Brett.
Yeah. The other
I
thing
knew
with the
it.
awards as well is that there's a second place. So I funded the award, but that means somebody else has got
Yep.
sneaky 2 points.
Hopefully me, but we'll
Yeah.
see.
See what card you get.
I'm doing really badly card-wise at the moment. I think I'm actually going to have to pass.
Yeah, passing early. God, sure sign of loss.
As I say, I think all I've done this generation was fund an award. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do anything else. I've got 6 money.
Mega bucks, Paul. Mega monies.
Sorry, yeah. Mega credits.
Oh my God, can we call them gold pieces just to annoy everyone?
Well, when Puerto Rico came out, we spent years calling everything doubloons. Every game we played, the currency just became doubloons. Do I want to play that? I don't think I do want to play that. I'm going to pass. Yeah.
It took me a long time of playing to realise the value of passing.
Yeah. Well, when you've got 6 money and not much you can do. Right.
Yeah, I
proofs and
passed
plays.
early because I'm a TM strategy master.
You've got a book coming out next week, haven't you, Mike? On Terraforming Mars and the Art of Passing?
Yeah, I mean, it was actually a compendium of all the strategic essays on my blog that I wrote about TM.
Right.
But it is still in editing, so it may not come out next week just because we
Okay.
wanted to get some more material in there.
Right, okay. Coming to Kickstarter soon.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, drafting. Here we go. I love drafting.
Oh, I really want this card.
Here's an interesting question for the chat. What is the first, not counting Magic the Gathering, but what's the first game that came out that used drafting as a mechanism? So there's the question for the chat, if you know, and let me know what game you played first that used drafting. Or did drafting come out with Magic the Gathering first? Yeah, I'm not sure. I have an idea in my mind, because I remember when Seven Wonders came out, everybody was talking about it as being like a big one of the first drafting games, but there was something before that.
Well, there was Dominion as well, but was that
No,
before
that's
Seven-
not drafting.
No.
Doesn't it?
I mean,
No,
no,
it's-
this
it's
form of
not.
drafting.
Oh.
In other words, where you have a hand
No,
of
you're right.
cards,
You're
you
absolutely
take one,
right.
pass it to the left, that form of drafting.
Yep, you're absolutely right.
What was the question, Paul?
What was the first non-collectible card game that came out that used drafting as a mechanism?
Yeah, because drafting isn't even the default state of this, is it? It's a variant.
It isn't, but yeah.
Isn't it?
It isn't.
Oh, yeah.
But
yeah.
That's one of the big controversial talking points.
Yeah, because It's I've spoken to people who complain that the drafting variant of this adds too much time onto the game length.
Yeah. Whereas other people say you can't play this without the drafting variant because otherwise it's just completely random and you're at the mercy of the cards that you get, which I'm in
exactly. The latter camp. Yeah, I don't mind. I mean, for me, this is kind of a slow afternoon game anyway. He says having played it twice, physically.
It also takes a lot longer when I'm busy talking to the chat and not actually looking at the 4 cards that I've been given. That's what adds to the time.
Don't worry, I'll talk to chat. Hey guys, Mike, TM expert here. Played it twice. So that's going to be on the dust cover of my book, actually. He played it twice.
I've kept a card. There we go.
I've kept a card as well.
James is suggesting that the currency in this game is actually massive coconuts instead of mega credits. Yeah, I'll go with that. You never know.
We all know how useful massive coconuts are in space.
Yes.
Everyone knows about the space coconuts.
But again, it's the future. We don't know what the future is going to hold. There might be a thing about coconuts we don't know yet. This would be great if I had other cards that go with it.
That sounds like the story of my TM strategy.
Same with that one. Daddy or chips? Daddy or chips?
Sausage and batter, please.
Does Citadels count as drafting? Asks Gary. God, that's the first time I thought about Citadels in a long time.
That was rule selection.
I like Citadels.
I don't have a copy of Citadels. I do have a copy of Unfurt und Adel, which is Citadels before Citadels came out. It's the German version of Citadels before Citadels came out, but it's the same game.
Such a board game hipster, Paul.
Oh, yeah. There's probably some German people in the chat now going, oh my god, he just totally and utterly butchered that name. I think I got it mostly right.
It could well be Citadels, actually.
It translates as without fear or nobility.
What year did Seven Wonders come out?
Ooh, good question.
2007, I think.
Citadels was 2000, so I would actually say it's Citadels. I think Citadels is probably the earliest board game, earliest drafting board game. Yeah, certainly according to Board Game Geek, it's a drafting game.
I can't remember Citadels. It's been a while since I played it, but I don't remember drafting.
You pick your thing out of hand, don't you?
It's a rule selection because there's only one set of cards.
Yeah,
you pass the set. You take one, you pass it around.
It's definitely drafting.
It's drafting. It is absolutely drafting. That's not the game I was thinking about, but
certainly going through. If you do sort on Board Game Geek mechanics, it's the earliest one in there under drafting by quite some time.
I mean, there's an interesting question. Like, what is the distinction between drafting and role selection?
Oh, you can ask the same question. Well, what is a deck builder?
Yeah.
We've asked that question.
We've been there. We've been there. That ship has sailed. Yeah. So the game that I was thinking about is Fairy Tale.
Oh, yeah, I have that. That's really good.
Have you got it?
When did that come out? I think that's like 2004, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Fairy Tale was 2004.
So Fairy Tale is the precursor to Seven Wonders.
Yeah.
But by the same guy, Antoine Bowser.
Is it really Antoine Bowser? I didn't even know that.
I'm pretty sure Fairy Tale is Antoine Bowser. No, it's not. No, ignore me. It's not. It's Satoshi Nakamura.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's got all this crazy anime art in it.
Why did I think it was Antoine Bowser? There we go. I don't know. Right, which of these cards do I want? If indeed, any of them.
These two, done.
Want that one?
This is a catastrophe. We're only on generation 3 and I've had all my coffee.
I haven't actually had to drink for a while.
Okay. We want this one. Ooh, let's just have a look at what other players are doing.
Looking at me won't help you at all because
I'm
I've got
umming and
no
ahhing
idea
about
at the
this
moment.
card because whilst it looks good on the surface, it costs me 3 to buy it now, and then 3 to play it, and it loses me a point. I don't know whether that's worth it.
I'm quite surprised at how little terraforming we've done between us so far.
Terraforming? I'm just playing cards.
I did virtually no terraforming last game whatsoever.
Wow.
And went into the final scoring at bottom place, and then somehow won.
Is there a board in this game?
Apparently. Right, I've done. Now let's see if we get a game hang up again.
I'm in, so
Yep,
Says
it looks like
it's mine.
Mike's up and going.
Okay, we're good.
Hooray.
Monica was suggesting top trumps. Nope, that doesn't count.
Definitely not drafting. There must be something from the 90s. There were games around it. Does Cosmic have any drafting in it?
Don't think so.
No, it doesn't, does it? I think when you can kind of draft the races, but I don't know if that was an optional rule that came in when it was a Steve Jackson game. Because that was my first version of Cosmic had was the Steve Jackson games one. And you would have 6 of the. Technically, it's the same as some Citadels. You would have 3 or 4 of the races that you pass around, and you could pick a race.
Well, that's at the
But I
start of
don't
the
think-
game, isn't it?
That's at the start of the game, though. Yeah, so
Okay.
it's not part of the gameplay. But it is a drafting mechanic. Citadels, it's all the way through. So
Yeah. Thomas is saying that there's a card that I should have kept because it was good for late game. Yeah, very possibly. I'm just concerned about my money. How little I've got of it.
They end up being converted to a mega credit later on, don't they?
So what have we got in terms of terraforming? We haven't done any of the oxygen. Nobody's built any forests, greeneries. We've got 3 lakes on the board. Yeah, we've done that. And we've raised the temperature by... Have we raised the temperature at all?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
No, it's still minus 26.
We put down cities and lakes. That's about it.
75 years
Yeah,
later.
you can already see what kind of terraforming we're doing here.
Well,
This
you've
is
got to
called
get your
corporate
infrastructure.
acquisition.
You've got to get your infrastructure in place first. It's very important.
Yeah,
and
true.
then you've got to make sure you're legally covered.
I think we're heading for generation 20 for terraforming.
Right. Okay, so I got me 26 money. I think we're going to play...
That's you. I don't think they have much money. That's a bit weird. Okay.
I think I'm going to play that one because that does give me some actual production. Yeah, and it's a science card.
Taking all the science cards.
I am. Yeah, I want 2 energy production, please. Thank you.
So theoretically, there should be a bit of a battle between Brett and Paul for
I
science
get
now.
to discard a card. I think I'm going to discard that one. See what new card I've been given. Been given that one.
Oh, I do like that card. The university card, the one that just lets you draw cards during the game. That's a good
Oh yeah,
card.
yeah. Cycling cards around.
I had that last time.
Right. Right. So we've got 14 money.
Okay, that's what I need to get down.
Yeah, I think somebody must have upped the temperature by a bit because
A
the
couple.
next temperature increase gets a free.
26. Yeah, it's gone up to 26.
Heat bonus.
26 was the first step. So
Yeah.
we
So I
moved it
think
up
I
one
am
step.
going to do an asteroid. I'm going to
Yes,
grab
because
that.
somebody dropped an asteroid on me, didn't they?
That's it. Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
I've gained a heat production. Right, that's me done. Monica is waiting for me to do a live playthrough of Selenia. I don't have Selenia. Baz is asking if I will be doing a Destinies playthrough. I don't have Destinies either. So they are 2 games that I have not got. I do remember speaking to Lucky Duck Games about Destinies when it was first announced, and I think they put me on a list, but I think that list got lost. So the thing is, from what I've seen of Destinies, I think I would like it played either solo or co-op. I certainly don't like certain things that Tom Heath Slickerdrip said about it when playing competitively. That's something that I didn't like. But at the moment, my list of unplayed games is still quite high. So whereas I could reach out to Look at Games and say, oh, I'd love to cover Destinies on the channel, I don't have the time to cover it on the channel at the moment. So yeah, we'll wait for things to settle down a bit.
I'll just, if you don't mind, Paul, jump in here for a minute, because I did receive a review copy of Destinies from Lucky Duck Games, and I did a solo playthrough.
You've covered it.
Live stream on my channel as well.
Yep.
Where I talked a bit about the solo mode, which I don't think it's worth getting for.
Oh, right. Okay.
I think that there are issues with the solo mode, which is primarily that the two modes that... I mean, ultimately, you're playing it either as a sort of storytelling, exploration, discovery game, in which case there's not really any challenge there. It's kind of just a sort of a sandboxy type thing, and there's not a lot of challenge. Or you play the challenge mode, which is kind of the opposite, where they give you this really tight time frame, but you're going to have to play each scenario multiple times because you're not going to be able to do it efficiently enough without having played it before to succeed at that.
Okay.
I haven't seen Tom's review of it on Slickerdrips, but I have finished all 5 scenarios, which I played with my partner, 2-player competitive, and I thought that she would become. I mean, she lost every scenario,
right?
Which we have a healthy competitive relationship. Let's put it that way. And I didn't go easy on her, but the thing is, like, she was much more motivated to play it than I was.
Okay.
Actually, she got really into the story and she really enjoyed it. And she wasn't too put off by the fact that she wasn't sort of completing her story in the competitive mode, which made me think twice, because my knee-jerk reaction was, this is going to be really frustrating for anyone who's not winning.
Okay.
So there you go.
So Destinies, Mike has done a solo playthrough on his channel, which is Ready Steady Play. So go and check out Mike's channel. Make sure you subscribe to it. And so you do the solo playthrough and then you give your thoughts at the end of it?
Yeah, I do. Well, I do the solo playthrough of the challenge mode of the standalone scenario. So the Destinies box comes with 5 scenarios. There's a standalone one and 4 that come together to make a sort of ongoing plot.
Right.
And I think like my ultimate takeaway from the game is that I think it's a storytelling game with a competitive element and a heavy luck element. It's not deep strategy at all. Mostly you're there for the exploration and the story, and it's a 2 to 3 hour per chapter affair. But I think that it's if that kind of thing appeals to you at the price point, I don't think it's too bad.
Right.
But the setup is, the teardown is a little bit of a pain, but it's not an expensive game actually. So but I don't think if that's, I don't think it's like a must-have or anything like that. It's just kind of a bit more content.
Okay.
And you could probably get it really cheap later on because, it's kind of a one and done. Like once you've gone through it, there's not any replayability there.
Market. Right, you're up, Mike. But yeah, go and check out Ready Steady Play on YouTube, and Mike's got the game covered. And yeah, I'll look into it again to see if it's something that I might be interested in.
Who built another city?
What's happened here?
That would have been me.
Brett's built another city.
Thank you.
Aren't cities like really expensive?
Depends on your money production.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Look at his money production. 14. Wow. And did I see a card that gave 7 heat production?
Yeah, that might have been played.
What's that? Soletta.
Big space mirror.
It's a huge space mirror.
But they can't call it a giant space mirror because I've got the trademark for that.
Yeah, you've got the giant space mirror TM. So it costs 35, but it increases your heat production by 7. That's amazing. That's like almost a terraforming rating a turn, isn't it? Uh-oh. Mike's got his energy-saving light bulbs out.
That's it. We got to keep the red planet green.
So what was that? It gets you 1 energy production per city
Per
that's
city
in
on
play
board.
Yeah.
at the
So
time when
mayor's
you play
gone
it.
and builder's gone.
Oh, milestone-wise. Gosh.
Yeah, someone just bought mayor, and then I bought builder.
And you just bought builder, so there's only one of these. Planner. 16 cards in hand, yeah, right. Nobody's got any greenery tiles, and none of us are anywhere close to the terraformer. Okay, right. So let's have a look at the situation. I have no money. What am I going to do with my no money? Do this, but I don't think I need to do that. I think I'm passing. Don't have any actions. Nope, I'm passing. There we go. Iron done. So Paul Kelly says that Soletta is more of a magnifying glass than a mirror.
Okay.
Good point.
Yes,
It does
suppose
look
would
like
be,
that
yeah.
from the image. I mean, is Soletta is it a real thing? I mean, it's not a real thing, but is it just a made up thing? Let me have a look. Soletta is, according to Wikipedia, a hypothetical magnifying device constructed in space for the purpose of amplifying the solar radiation that a planet receives in order to generate power or aid in the process of terraforming. So there you go. It's also a city in Switzerland. So it's not a real thing, but it's kind of a real thing.
I've also passed.
Well, I've passed, Brett's passed. Now John.
For people who know this app, does the drafting change directions each round, or is
That's
it
a good
always
question.
the same direction?
I have no idea how the drafting works. It just
The app
passes it
should
around.
follow the rules for the board game.
Even remember what they are, to be fair.
I thought you just drafted round in a circle. I don't remember ever changing direction.
All drafting
You mean
games
between
should.
turns? Oh, you mean between turns?
Between generations, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's a question.
Because you can't see what people are being shown.
No, exactly. Yeah. But yeah, there is a question for anybody. Gary, if you're still watching, Gary probably knows the answer. Oh, and literally Gary has just replied, draft direction does alternate.
That's good.
So,
Cool, okay.
but let's see when the next drafting comes up, if we actually see visually who's getting the next cards. That might matter. Just you now, John, and you're
I'm done.
passing. So, visually, after the production phase, let's have a look. None of us have really done much in the way of terraforming ratings yet.
This is the worst I think I've ever seen.
Brett's
Play a
income
game.
is insane. That is so much money.
I have no income at all. Am I doing well?
You're doing well in other areas. Okay, generation.
The objective is to get rid of all of your income, right?
Yeah, I think so. Right, so let's have a look visually. Is there anything on screen telling me which way these cards are going? I'm not seeing anything.
Yeah, I don't see anything.
No. So, yeah, not sure. I'll say, Gary is saying the app doesn't show the direction. Okay.
No, I don't think it does either.
So, it's probably doing it. And we can actually test this. Which card do I think, based on the current situation, in this one? Let's just have a look at the situation. And I'm going first. Chosen a card. So, Brett, have you been given the grass card?
Yes. Yeah.
Right. So, drafting is currently going from top to bottom in turn order on the left-hand side.
Man, I keep seeing all these cards. I'm pretty sure I should counter draft, but there's one that I just kind of want, so I'm like, I'll have that.
Is that because you like the picture?
Yeah, mostly I'm like, these pictures are neat.
Yeah, that's what I normally do. It's like in Through the Ages, people go, well, I don't know which leader to take. Well, pick the one with the nicest beard. Just that, you know.
Let's take it from Paul. He knows all about Through the Ages.
I do. Yeah, that's my strategy. It's the beard strategy. I've actually got a book coming out on it next week. So.
Yeah, that's the second in the strategy guides.
Strategy guides.
The strategy guide series.
Yeah.
There are just so many nice cards I'm seeing coming past me now, and I think, oh, that would be really good.
Uh-oh.
These are all useful for me, I think. I say useful, like, sort of just mildly useful. A little helpful. I still need a plan, though. So if you guys know plans for Terraforming Mars, pop them into chat.
Yep.
I mean, I know all the plans because I wrote the strategy guide, but I'd like to, hear something from the community and do a bit of engagement here.
This one looks interesting. So I have a question. It is about the card Olympus Conference, which says, when you play a science tag, including this one, either add a science resource to this card or remove a science resource from this card to draw a card. My question is, and I think I'm right in saying that a science resource on this card does not count as an additional science tag.
No, it's a token. So you put a token on, then next turn you take it off. It means every other turn you get a card.
I get a card.
Yeah.
Well,
it's every other science tag that you played, right?
Yes.
It's just the fact that they're called science tags and science resources, and they've got the same icon that I thought maybe.
Man of Stone says, in a game about terraforming Mars, it's probably best to terraform Mars? ? No, Man of Stone. The only 2 games I've played of this, I never bothered to do that, and I won at least one of them. So
that's somebody else's.
And it will get terraformed, and it will suddenly accelerate. You'll have 8 or 9 generations, but well, no, it's 5 or 6 generations where it doesn't, and then it goes berserk because people have built their engines up, and it just goes through the roof.
But the way you win is by building such a powerful corporation that when someone else bothers to terraform the planet, you've already won.
Yeah,
you can do that as well. Trouble is, we've got 2 money-based corps, which is buggering each other up, and 2 science-based corps, which are buggering each other up. So yeah, this one's going to be a bit more of a battle.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I've been given a category. I didn't realize. Am I money-based? I have no economy.
I don't think you're in either of those categories.
No, you're the mining guild, so no.
You're the mining guild.
We've got one unexpected, one mysterious strategy.
I want the key.
No.
So the chat, so people watching this live can actually see what I've drafted here, and I'm thinking of taking both of these, and I'm taking that one as well, which means I'm not even going to have enough money to play any of the cards. But yeah, it's fun.
I bought
2.
I bought 3. Okay, off we go. I have 15 money, and I want to play a card that costs 36.
Good grief. Well, is it a space card? Do you have titanium?
It is a space card.
And you do have titanium.
And I do have titanium, and I am going to spend...
That's how I played the 7 one. I spent a load of my titanium on it.
I think I'm going to dislike this card.
You are.
Good grief, that's 4 terraforming steps?
It's 4 terraforming steps. Which is why I'm doing it, because I need 4 income. The fact that it destroys 6 of Brett's plants.
Do you have the 6 plants to lose?
Brett does.
Oh, it's to take somebody else's plants.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, cool. Brilliant. Okay, I approve.
I
Your
disapprove.
lawyers have approved this move.
That's
Do
just
I
getting
want
to the
to
point of
play
being able to build a forest. as
Giant
well.
Ice Asteroid?
Hmm.
Yes, I do. So we have double lake, which is actually going to get me some money, and it's going to get me some plants.
Ouch. And points.
So, yeah, first lake is going to go there.
Yep, because you put an extra city, so you get money.
Second lake is going to go there. Two of the heat steps, which gets me the heat bonus as well. I got both of those heat bonuses.
Yeah.
And then, yeah,
Get
minus 6 plants from Brett.
Sigh.
Right. That was action 1. Action 2.
That's
You're going to like this. I'm going to drop another asteroid on the board.
Really?
Yep.
How?
That's 4 asteroids.
That-
Is there a limit? Like, is there a game end condition where it's like, that's too many asteroids, game over, everyone loses?
But it
Now, at
cracks in half
this
before.
point, I don't know whether I should take the cards. So, when you place a lake on the board, you get 2 money for each.
It's next to us.
No, for each lake. In fact, when you put anything on the board, you get 2 money if it is next to a lake.
Yes.
each
Yeah.
lake it's next to.
Yes.
Yeah. So what I'm doing is by putting all of these things in the middle, I'm making it better for
Anybody who
people.
wants to put anything next to it, yeah.
So I think I'm going to go up here and take a couple of cards. And then I'm going to go...
Maybe we can't actually see where you're going yet, Paul.
Oh, yeah, that's true. But the chat can.
Yep.
Yeah. There you go. I'm happy with that turn. Yeah, that's 4 terraforming rating.
Good
But
grief.
that spent 10 titanium and all of my
Yeah,
money.
that's what you mean about the yeah, okay. I'm
Yeah,
gonna lose this so
happy with that.
badly. I got nothing. $26.
My poetries. All the asteroids.
It's got me on my way to the terraformer rating, though. Just get another 7. Easier said than done.
Something's gone a bit bizarre with my app.
What's happened?
Why?
You know the little symbol that represents the cards in your hand at the bottom?
Yeah.
The 3 cards with the number on it?
Yeah.
Mine's just vanished.
Click on your name. You might have clicked on a different player. If you're
No,
if
no,
you're-
I can't see anyone's hands.
All right.
Oh,
This is problematic because I can't bring up the cards.
yeah. You may want to drop out and drop back in again.
Okay, is that
Hopefully-
possible?
Hopefully that will work. We can try it.
It should do. You should be able to just don't forfeit.
Yeah,
Just
don't
quit.
forfeit the game. Just leave and come back in. Oh, yes, Gary.
Okay.
Yeah, that was 6 terraforming ratings. It was 4
Yeah,
4 lakes and
bloody
2
hell.
temperature. Yeah.
Please don't make me an AI. I would like to keep playing.
As long as you don't forfeit, it shouldn't do.
I did not forfeit.
Yeah, because the asynchronous play of this, Gary was saying, does work better now.
If hands disappear, click on cards played, Gary says.
Oh,
Okay.
Gary is familiar with this bug. Well, too late, Gary. I took the drastic action of dropping out.
Turning it off and on again.
Yeah, exactly. If in that. Okay. So now I have to figure out how to find Paul's games. Paul, is it possible to send me an invite?
It might be taking your go for you.
Uh-oh.
No, this is Brett's go.
It's Brett. You're right. You're
It's just,
right.
it's just
All right,
replaying Brett's
Brett.
go.
Yeah, it's Brett's go. Cool.
I
Well,
don't...
nobody... whoever's going before me, please hold a moment before you pass.
I won't go until you're back in.
Yeah.
It's all right. It's
Thank
me
you.
going now.
That's very
Yeah.
good of you.
There's no, like, I
Paul-
can't invite you again to it. You are in the game. But I'm not sure how you get back in the game once you relaunch the app.
Yeah, me either. That's just what I'm trying to figure out here.
If you click online, It should be there as one of your existing games, I think. If not, is there a resume button?
Gary's saying there is a resume.
Something
There is a resume button here.
Click the resume button.
Looks like, ooh, planet in sight, preparing for arrival.
There you go. Mike is incoming.
Well, now my cards have disappeared.
Oh, brilliant.
Press the cards played button, he says.
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
Bug is being passed around.
Yeah, that's done it. Yeah.
Okay, so there you go. Handy little thing. If you get the bug where this disappears, just click on that and it comes back. Thank you, Gary. What a great way to spend a Sunday afternoon.
I think that this is a very sort of nice Sunday afternoon game. Actually, I haven't tried it with all the expansions yet. I actually have them, but I've only played it with Prelude and the core set.
Yep.
So
I've played
I didn't read
with,
the rules for them all. But...
Are you back in there, Mike?
I am. Thank you.
Cool. Okay.
I've played with Venus once, and I've played with. Oh gosh.
Okay. Why would it let me pass?
What's the one where you're? No, can't remember what it's called.
Turmoil.
No, I've not played with Turmoil. The one before that.
Okay, I'm now stuck on
Colonies.
Colonies. I played with Colonies once. Yeah. So is yours stuck, John?
Oh, never mind. It's me.
Okay.
God.
Have you tried with Colony and Venus Ball?
No, don't think so. Venus is not a popular one.
The Hellas and Elysium maps. Yeah, I also have the other maps, Gary. They are pretty cool. I didn't play. I was with my friends at AirCon, and we observed a full-on game of all of Terraforming Mars happening. But it did take like a good 5 hours or something. I think they were playing with 4. Thomas says he's played with everything at once, and it was good.
Yeah. So have you heard me talk about the Terraforming Marses, Mike?
No.
It's where you put all 3 boards out and you terraform 3 planets. You do 3 planets at once. You play you play a big game with 3 individual maps all at the same time.
Oh my god.
But is that with everything including Turmoil in?
I don't know.
No. I mean, I've played with everything, but only on a single map. And I really like that, because I'm one of those strange people that really enjoy Turmoil, even though it does extend the game by quite a chunk. And Colonies, I think, is great.
Yeah, I mean, we played just 2-player with the core set and Prelude only, and it still took us a good wee while to play the game. So, I think it's a pretty... It's not a short game.
No. You're settling in for 2 to 3 hours minimum. People can play it faster. If you've got a group of people who are really quick and do the drafting really quick, then yeah. But I like to sit and take my time a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't understand the hate people have for games that take too long. As long as you're enjoying it, it's not too long.
I get it. Again, I'm not in that category, but I know people that are, and I understand it. Right, is your interface working, Mike?
Yes, thank you, Paul.
Good.
It's all good. All right, where am I going to put this thing? Oh, this will be fun. What if I go here? Or here?
Oh, guess what? My cards have just disappeared. The bug is
mine are fun again too.
I think it's going round.
Oh, they're back. What is happening? Is it part of the animation? Like sometimes they disappear. And also, I'm sorry. Is it Brett? I just built a giant factory next to your city.
Is that someone's dug a big hole?
Oh wait, you can't see what I'm doing yet. Ooh,
no, we can't see what you're doing yet. I noticed somebody dug the big hole.
That was me ages ago.
I've only just noticed it.
I deliberately built it away from everywhere so it didn't, spoil people's views.
Is this the one in the bottom right?
Yeah.
The giant mohole.
The mining area.
Yeah.
Mining rights. It was the card.
Yeah, Gary says the main way that you speed up the game is becoming more familiar with the cards. And that applies even to something like Gloomhaven. Once you become familiar with the cards, you are not spending 10 minutes deciding which 2 cards to play each turn. You're like, okay, I want to do that and that. And then, you're done.
Hey, look at that. Somebody has achieved 2 titanium production. Take that,
What?
Paul.
Has he done that?
Well, I started with 1 actually from a prelude card.
Completely spoiled the view of the lake for my city.
A fuel factory. Nice.
Yeah. I feel like I'm not I'm not a very good influence on Mars.
My corporate headquarters now.
At the moment, we're playing a very industrial corporate game, which is what the game really is. You can tell
this is
Eco-Lime playing.
This is a parable. It's a moral lesson it's a moral tale with a lesson at the end.
I passed. I'm happy with what I did last turn. That's it for me, this generation.
Yeah. Come back next generation for more Paul smashing asteroids into the planet.
Where does this want to go?
It's still got 27 money.
Not for long.
Just save it for next turn and buy an expensive card.
Treat yourself.
Let's put it there.
I'm very jealous of your terraforming rating, Paul.
Yeah, well, that's all from last turn. I think my next question for the chat, and this is more for Gary, because I think Gary would know, is are they working on any more expansions for the digital version? And if they are, what's next? Oh, lava flows.
Ooh.
That temperature's going up.
Mm-hmm.
It's now
That's why I was so annoyed about your asteroids, because I had that.
You had it planned,
deliberately.
Yeah. Nice. It's now a nice cool -16 outside.
Okay, bit more temperature increase going on there.
Nice. Yeah, that's the bit we are doing. I mean, if you look at the lakes, we've got 8 out of 9 lakes already. So the lakes is almost done. The temperature we're getting there, we've not built a single tree yet. There's just no trees anywhere.
We've gone from virtually no terraforming to quite a lot of terraforming.
Yeah. I mean, there probably would have been some trees if the asteroids hadn't have hit.
Yeah.
And destroyed things.
The asteroids.
Sorry, not sorry.
Lovingly tended those trees from saplings.
So while Mike's taking his turn, I just wanted to say thank you to everybody who's wished me a happy birthday today. It is not my birthday today, but I think because of certain messages that I was putting out earlier in the week, a lot of people thought it was my birthday today. So my birthday is actually next Saturday, but because this weekend was going to be a weekend of gaming, I'm not really doing anything next weekend, so I kind of thought this is going to be my games weekend for my birthday. So yeah, thank you to everybody who's joined me this weekend for some games, either watching the streams or joining me in the games.
Oh, happy birthday, Paul.
For next week, yeah. I'll be 27 next week.
Oh my god, you're getting on a bit.
I know. Yeah.
Old for a YouTuber.
I know.
I'm going to pass.
Oh, and Mike, while you're here, completely not connected to this stream, but are you going to UK Games Expo?
Yes, I currently
Right.
plan to.
Okay.
I've been sort of umming and ahhing because
Yeah.
of the whole of everything.
Yeah.
But I've been double vaccinated now for a
Yep.
few weeks, and so I'm sort of
Okay.
feeling relatively confident.
Well,
How about you?
we will chat offline about, because I'm going as well. But yeah, we'll chat offline because I'm not going to be working there this year. So I'm going mainly as a punter.
Oh, that'll be. This must be the first time in a long time for you.
The first time in 10 years, I think, that I've not actually run a booth or been working 12 hours a day. Yeah, so it'll be interesting for a number of reasons.
Oh, well, we'll have to get some games in. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Oh, it's my turn again.
It is your turn again.
Oh, this is the turn that just keeps on going. I've still got stuff to do.
You've only got 7 money.
Unexpectedly. But Paul, I have lots of things.
You do.
All
I mean,
these
I'm
little
keeping an eye on
factions.
that minor award, because as we now start spending our stuff, who's currently winning the minor award is moving around, and it's currently Brett.
That
That's
one
because
could be
minor
stolen
is
in the last
for-
turn. It's all about production in the last turn, that one.
Yeah, it's a stockpile, isn't it? So it's not about it's about stockpile rather than income.
Speaking of production.
Oh, production levels going up eventually.
Yeah. Hooray! We got some oxygen.
I did it! I've
2%
made
oxygen.
I've done, yeah. Just leave it to me, boys. I'm gonna fill the air with mining smoke. Still counts as air.
He still counts.
Passing here.
Yeah, just Mike left. But I guess Mike's passing, probably.
Probably. I'm just considering using my final action here to get some more money. Let's do it.
Sadly, I've just not been getting the cards I was hoping to get.
Ew. Apparently, I'm not allowed to pass from here, so I shall skip
Mm-hmm.
and then pass.
Yes, because you did a first action, didn't you?
It's true.
Yeah. Okay, right. Production. Go. It's more like it. Right, there's going to be quite a lot of temperature increasing next round, I think.
Ooh, things are heating up.
Yeah, well, me and John have both got 8 heat. John's almost got enough for 2. Right,
Yeah,
generation 5.
I generate 1 a turn.
Monica says, can we start breathing yet? Nope, not yet. It's still minus 16 and there's only minus 14 and there's 2% oxygen. So. Gonna be here soon, aren't we?
Oh my god, I want all of these cards. This is hugely problematic.
Yeah, the good cards are starting to come out now.
How is that possible? It's just one giant deck of everything.
I know.
I think it's just easier at the start to filter out the ones that are like not good right now. But now we've all got some resources and some income and things. Everything's a bit more tasty, you know.
No, I said there wasn't any more asteroids coming. Well, there might be.
I mean, anyone who saw your asteroid party would be a fool to take you at your word when you said
this is the
no more.
this is the sequel. But this is a nice one. This is not a nasty one.
So you should get my cards this turn, Paul.
Yeah. Oh, I'm thinking about this one. This one's pretty good as well. I'm not sure to go for. I think I'm going to go for that one. Okay. Name one of the cards that you've just passed me.
Penal colony.
The Callisto Penal Mines.
Yes.
Yep. Yep. I just got that. So yeah. It's another asteroid. Doing to me.
Yeah, I need to take that one.
Oh, look at that. Spotted that. These are all good. These 3 cards, Brett, that you just passed me.
Yes, I know.
These are all good. Oh, wow.
And I took one that was better than those 3.
Did you? Oh my god.
Each person's hand is relative, though.
I know,
depending
but...
what you want to play. But yeah, some are definitively good if you can afford to play them. I don't know until I see them.
Wow. Wow, wow.
Okay, that one's a no-brainer.
These are also okay. Hmm. Okay. Right. Purchasing of said cards.
I haven't seen my 4th one yet. Oh, okay.
I think I might keep all 4 of these.
And that's not the most optimum because I don't have that. Still pretty good. That would
Yeah,
go
I've just
that
kept
to
all
that.
4. Stupidly,
That's
possibly.
also pretty good. You've kept all 4, have you, John?
Yes.
And Brett, have you
Yeah.
bought your... Yeah, I mean, Brett's got loads of money, so... Yeah, I'm just buying 2. Is anybody close? Is anybody close to the 16 cards in hand?
No.
Okay, right.
Sorry, you're all just waiting on me. I'm trying to decide if I want this card here. It's I quite fancy it, but I don't think I can justify it.
Mm.
It's one of them cards.
Is there any other game that any of us know of where you draft the cards, but then you have to pay to keep them?
Yes, Isle of Cats.
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
Not played it.
Which that just funded rather
I
well.
remember now. Yeah. Isle of
Yeah.
Cats did get
got,
that mechanism from Terraforming Mars.
Yeah, quite possibly.
And now there are kittens.
But
For those who've been following the Kickstarter.
yeah, I think we covered the second Kickstarter on one of our Kickstarter commentary live streams on the channel. But I got in on the first Kickstarter for that, and I really enjoyed the game. I mean, it is quite expensive, but it's it always goes down well. I've managed to get it to the table a whole bunch of times, and everyone who's played it has enjoyed it. In fact, I dare say that of all the games I've bought, in sort of on Kickstarter in recent history. That one's gotten more playtime by a wide margin.
Right. Yeah. It's definitely accessible.
It's super accessible, but I think it's got a really good balance between being sort of chunky enough to also hold my interest. You know.
Yeah. Even the solo game's quite good because it's nice puzzle as a solo game as well. Just playing the Tetrisy bit.
Just a quick question.
Have you? Sorry.
Yep,
Who was
go
it
on,
who destroyed all my trees?
I think that was John.
It was not me.
I mean, I hate to, correlation's not causality, but there is an asteroid king.
There is. It was not me.
He's not the someone's the asteroid king, and it's not you.
Oh,
you bought that one, did you? I was tempted by that one.
I've been
bought
hacked.
that one as well.
You have not been hacked.
No. all of this
Thank
money
you very much
seems to be going out of my bank account.
It wasn't. It was John.
All right. Okay. I knew it.
It was not me.
No, you got hacked.
And I didn't get hacked because I only have one income. So it feels kind of redundant.
Yeah, my income keeps going up and down and up and down. Somebody keeps sabotaging my income.
I'm just testing your security for you. It's really bad.
Importing some greenhouse gases. And temperature's going up. -12. It's weird. Not built a city. There's only been one greenery built on the board in the entire game so far. Normally see loads of them.
Budget points quickly before it gets too hot.
Or you've got a card which can't be played once it's too warm.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting nobody can see what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
Very confusing.
But we'll see. We'll see soon.
I'll see soon enough. Here we go. Give me some of that actual money, though. Done for now.
Let's see what he did. Training camp. It's just points, is it?
Yeah, just super cheap points.
And the penal mines. Well, that fits.
Don't, yeah, I'm gonna send, I'm sending prisoners to mine on Mars. This is my narrative. I don't like it, but it's true. But I built training camps to offer my public image, you see, you know.
Right, okay, I see.
And I don't like your tone there, Paul, just points, okay? Points is prizes. That's how we win.
Points is prizes. So let's have a look at the current plant situation.
Oh, look at mine.
Well, you've only got 2.
Yeah.
It's that one or that one?
None
that one
still.
or that one? I think I'm going to go with this one. This one? Got lots of cards here I don't want. I don't know where I got these cards from. Yeah, we're going to go with that one. And we'll decrease the cost. I think we're going to... Oh, yeah. All of my titanium gone. And let's up the temperature a bit more. There you go, -8. I mean, have any of us really gone into plant production?
No.
So
Really?
yeah, so This might be really weird in that we've done 2 of the terraforming requirements and then it just drags on while we all get enough plants.
Yeah, it'll go really quick. As I say, once the end of the game, it accelerates.
Yeah. But yeah, for none of the players to go with a plant production thing. What are you doing for this?
Because I found security leaks, I'm actually just going to start up a security fleet. Just to provide everyone's safe.
But those security leaks were caused by you. Shocking. What's also odd is that I have no tiles on the board yet. I've got nothing on there.
And then somebody's got to provide food for everyone on board.
Yeah. Yeah, because you need more money production.
It's paid for the all the shuttles.
That's 20 money production.
Ow.
That Inventors Guild is quite nice. Men with beards.
Oh, I was just taking a advice ball. Getting the guys with beards.
Yeah. And the security fleet is spend a titanium to add a fighter, and what? Fighters are just worth points at the end of the game?
Okay.
Yeah, 1 fighter is 1 straight up point.
Yeah.
So turns out that they're pretty important, actually, probably. Oh my god, guys. Space Fleet is worth points. Trump was right.
Oh no. Okay.
Perhaps Donald secretly plays Terraforming Mars and knew that.
That's what he was.
This was, in fact, his entire strategy for the presidency.
Okay. Planning my next turn. I think I know what I'm doing. Let's see what John's done. He's importing some nitrogen. Do you have the cards to add the microbes and stuff too, or are you just playing it for the other stuff?
I do have a card to add the microbes and
Oh,
stuff
there we
to.
go. Nice. And commercial district.
So I'm just leeching off your 2 cities.
Right. More money production. Okay, over to the mining guild.
Hmm. Yep. Uh-huh. All right.
Actually, we don't need to build any trees, because Mike's water splitting plant is going to be putting more oxygen into the air every turn with that. So yeah, we're fine.
Got you covered, guys. Just don't worry about the forests. All right. Well, I think let's go ahead and use that. Well, oh, nobody can see what I'm doing. I'll just, get on with it and then talk about it later.
You can talk us through it, and we'll see it when we see it.
All right. Yeah, I'm just triggering my card actions here. I've had this power this whole time to generate heat production, and I'm just not sure if I'm
10 money.
Yeah.
At this stage in the game, Generation 5. It might still be worth it, but because within 4 turns you've got enough to increase your to do a point of terraforming, which is a point.
Points as prizes, Paul. But I just feel like I want to use the industrial center first, and then I have no money. Won't work. Need to get me some of them asteroids that get you like 4 terraforming points. I'm jealous of your asteroids.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that one's gone now.
Dang it. As usual, I'm just sat over here quietly, happily building production and economy.
Steel production.
Everyone else is transitioning into the end game, though, where they're looking about how to turn their production and stockpile into points. And I'm still over here just like happily building up production.
Right, I have passed.
Let's have a look at the top card and see what's there. No, I don't want to. Let's have some farming.
So your commercial district, John, is 1 point at the end of the game for each adjacent city tile to it.
Yes, so it's worth 2 basically at the moment. There was nowhere I could put it that was going to be worth more.
Does the factory count as a city tile?
No.
So
it's only 1 at the moment. Yeah.
There wasn't anywhere I could put 2.
No.
And there's not like to be really honest.
Well, can we even
Unless I put one next, I can put one next to it. You see, at some point with a bit of luck.
Yeah, because you can't actually build 2 cities adjacent to each other, can you? That's not allowed. Yeah. I mean, of course, that's not allowed. I know the rules.
Yeah.
Because I wrote the strategy guide.
Page 17 of the strategy guide.
Yeah.
There are ways of doing it, but yeah, it's a standard you can't.
It's a dull one, really.
And a 6. Slowly getting there.
I really need to start helping terraform. My terraforming rating's terrible.
What is it? 23? Yeah. So you've only done 3 things.
Yep.
Terraform the planet.
Let's launch a shuttle. Or a fighter, what are they called?
Okay, Generation 5's coming to an end. Has John got anything left to do?
Nope.
Back to Mike.
I didn't put my microbes on the right card. It got rid of them. Who? That's the interface. Oh well.
I'm just going to turn the sounds up a bit. It's nice. There you go. Let me know in the chat if it's too loud.
That was an example of strategic passing. I don't know if you all noticed the deep strategy to the pass I just made, but if you did, mention the deep strategy chat.
Right, good old production. It's nice this because you get to see visually clearly what everybody's doing.
Well, I think that it's actually really easy to sort of track people's stockpiles and incomes and stuff on the game board. I mean, I presume everyone now has some kind of solution to those terrible first edition mats.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
yeah,
they're really terrible.
But it's quite good to be able to sort of look around and see all those things.
Drafting time. That's... yeah, played, so that's a useless card. Okay. Ooh. Don't know about the card, but actually right now, that might be quite good for me.
John's got some good cards coming to him.
About time.
Either that one or that one. I think I'm going to go with this one. Yeah. Paul is in the chat saying that there's also the Lava City, which he's not sure about whether the placement rules apply as it goes on the same hex as the Volcano card. Yeah, not sure. What's this? To me. Not bothered about this, but it does have that. Could be useful. In terms of this one. Yeah, none of these really. Take that one. Tags. I think that one. Even if it is counter drafting. Don't think I'm going to play it.
So many nice cards and just not enough money to play them.
Which of these do I want, if any? Well, not that one, but I'm glad John didn't get that one. Maybe you had a choice to take it and you didn't take it. The Cartel.
I didn't see it.
That's the two, John.
Yeah, that would have been really good.
That was one of the ones I said it's got a really good one coming to you.
Yeah.
Okay. I possibly took the another one. There was a couple of good ones on there.
Yeah, there was.
I think I went for one
I'm
that's
taking that one.
more useful to me now. You'll see in a bit.
And I don't want this one at this stage in the game. And that one's no good for me. And this one... I don't know. I mean, it costs 20 and it's going to get me 2 points. But that seems okay. 20 for 2 points, maybe? Oh, I don't know. But what does a city do? Remind me what a city does. Is it increases your income by...
1.
1?
You get points if you can surround it with...
Yeah, not if it's on Ganymede.
No.
The city on Ganymede will have its own
Scoring, which is 1 point per Jovian tag. And I'm trying to work out if 23 money for 2 points is what I want to spend it on. And I don't think I do. Let's just have a look quickly at the awards and see how other people are doing to compete with me on science. Not. In fact, John's second. Oh no, John and Brett are tied for second with 2.
Okay, I didn't even notice.
So...
I'm a miner.
Doesn't do science. Don't do science.
Look, we invented mining in the 1800s, and we're not changing it.
I'm going to take that card just because it's got a science tag. I'll play it if I need to. Just giving away some of my thinking. Right then. So Generation 6, John's first. You remember back to, was it January, who was saying that this game is overrated and not as good as what people say it is? I mean, they didn't know what they were talking about. Yeah, that's nonsense. I can't remember who it was. Yeah, some random guy. But they were saying that, yeah, the game is definitely overrated. Mike, I'll let you in on the joke. That was me. And since then, I've been playing it a lot more. And to be fair, it didn't take long. It only took me 2 or 3 games after that for me to basically go back. Yeah, sort of go back on what I said. Because at that point, it clicked. And I realised how good this game is. But I do feel a bit bad for sort of saying it was overrated. Because I now don't think it is overrated.
That was a lot of power, John.
What did he do?
Gained 5 power production.
From
geothermal power and fusion power.
Ooh. Nice.
Yeah, I've been sitting on that for a while. I needed to get another power tag, which is why I didn't take Cartel in the end. I took a card that gave me the second power tag I needed.
Turning the sound up a bit more from the app because it's still a little quiet. Gary's here with some information. Standard project cities come with 1 massive coconut production, but cities from the cards only give you what's on the cards. Yes, because there's nothing surrounding them. Oh, the natural preserve.
Look, we're trying to offset our carbon footprint.
Right, by building a nice little...
This is important to me, Paul. After my industrial complex and my penal mining colonies, I feel like I've got a lot to make up for.
Right, okay, so I got 37 money. Agree with that. Oh, I'd forgotten I had these cards in hand from the previous turn. Oh, I can do more stuff. I can do more stuff than I remembered. Right. Okay, so yeah, I'd forgotten about that. Oh, I was just concentrating on my new cards. Oh, I've got that as well, should I need it? Yeah, I definitely shouldn't have bought that card. I think Yeah, let's do this. Let's have another. It's just a little asteroid. It's the younger cousin.
Paul, we've got to talk about your asteroid problem. No, it's just one more little one. I promise.
I think. I don't know who's doing best out of Brett or John, but both of them have plants, and I think I attacked.
I don't
Brett
even
last
have any
time,
plants.
so I'm going to go with John. This
Somebody
time.
took my plants out last time. Okay.
And then as my second card, I am going to play an Equatorial Magnetizer. That sounds cool.
I mean, I was going to say just to know, I have no plant production.
No.
Neither do I.
Yeah, you do.
I don't.
Actually, you don't. No.
Didn't lie.
Right. Brett, over to you.
I have 2 plant productions, so I can make a forest every 4 generations.
Every 100 years, a forest
Yeah.
appears.
Cool.
The Equatorial Magnetizer looks cool.
Yeah, I mean, I figured that for the next 3 generations, I'll convert 1 energy into a terraforming rating. So that's
Good.
effectively a point, 3 extra points.
Oh, I can do that. That's good.
That's a good point.
I'm gonna build some deep well heating. And then increase the temperature.
Oh, we're almost at the final lake.
Where do I want it? Let's get 4 money.
Oh, and Gary is reminding me that science tags on events don't count for the scientist award. Yes.
Yeah,
knew that
tags on
earlier on.
event cards are discarded once the
Yeah.
card has been played.
I think in the physical board game, you put the card face down.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Okay.
But you have to keep them there just in case something else references the number of events you've played.
Yeah. Because there are
Follow
a few.
me.
You have to count them.
Follow me on social media for more pro TM advice.
So yeah, so that science tag wouldn't count there. But that one will, that one will, and that one will. So yeah, I think I'm all right for the science tag award. Just need to keep an eye on you two.
Yeah, don't worry about me.
Feeling much
We ain't
happier
doing
about Terraforming
nothing.
Mars after that
It's-
turn.
2 degrees outside. Positively warm.
Just need a scarf.
Yeah. So,
Oh,
first
and an
terraforming
oxygen mask.
achievement has been done. We now have 9 oceans on the board.
Oh, look at all these fancy places. Give me 1 free card, please. Yoink.
Oh, greenery. Nice.
Sorry, Paul. I noticed you were getting very close to terraforming rating 35, so I thought I better grab that milestone before you took it.
Yeah,
I'm screwed.
missed out on that. I wasn't keeping an eye on... I mean, I couldn't have done it beforehand, but yeah. That was my plan, but I wouldn't have done it this turn. I'd have been able to do it possibly next turn. Right, so all the milestones have gone.
2 of the awards have gone.
Interesting. Who just funded the Thermalist Award? John did.
I did.
And I've currently got the most heat, but you're producing 9 a turn. 9 a generation, and I'm only producing 2.
I'm also doing 6 energy per turn, so technically I'm producing 15.
So you're probably going to get it, but as long as I can save the rest of my heat, I will get second place on that one. I'm not going to get any of the other awards. Right, okay, so my plan of getting that milestone is gone. New plan. Well, let's do this action. Let's sacrifice an energy production to get a terraforming rating. That's points. And this one? Yeah, let's have some algae. Okay, that's me done. Back to Brett.
Yep. Just playing back what you did.
Yeah, Chrissy says 2 degrees, that's an average Scottish summer's day. Exactly.
Yeah. Paul, who would read the audible version of the TM strategy guide?
The audible version, it depends who you've got doing the voiceover.
That's what I mean. Yeah, who would do the audible version?
I'll have a word with Sir Ian McKellen later on tonight. I'll give him a shout.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Or I'd like Sean Bean as well. Because, you know, he does all the voiceover for Civilization.
Does he? Oh, right. Okay, I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Yeah, and Sid Meier's Civ, whenever you do a technology or whatever, it reads you a little bit of text, and it's Sean Bean reading it
In
all.
a Sheffield accent.
Yeah. Well, if you go back a couple of versions, you've got Leonard Nimoy doing it.
Right. Oh, yeah, I remember the
cool.
Leonard Nimoy ones.
Cool.
Sorry, Mike.
Yeah,
You're the only person I could do that.
No!
Oh, Brett's been...
No, what's happening?
Do what too?
Steal some steel production.
We probably can't see it.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I did see that card. I thought about counter-drafting that, but there's other things I wanted. I should have taken it in the end, actually, but never mind.
Yeah, it's only one.
I've got so much steel. I've got steel for days. But now I have slightly less, and as a corporation, I'm not happy about it.
Plant production has begun. What's John up to? Too many left. I still have 0 tiles on the board. Yeah. 6 generations in, I haven't got a single piece on the board.
I've heard they're overrated.
It will change. It will change. Ooh. Oxygen levels going up. Sean is in the chat. Good afternoon, Sean. Thank you for joining in. He says, yeah, give it 10 years, Scotland will be a tropical paradise. Right, if you close your eyes and close the doors, you can imagine what I normally like to do. Oh, oxygen's going up again. Yeah, it's all happening now. So whoever increases the oxygen next is going to get a free temperature increase as well. Is that going to be me? Right, am I doing anything? I am not. I am passing. Yeah, that's me out.
I think I'm going to miss out on that one as well, unfortunately.
Yeah, my next question for the chat. Have you ever played this game and gone 6 generations and not put a piece on the board? That seems unusual.
I've done it, but I haven't won when I've done it.
I mean, I was going to say, I don't know if this is a byproduct of the game in its full state, but when I was watching that game at Aircon with all of the pieces, so it wasn't the many Marses when you described one board, but also Venus, Colonies, Turmoil, and Prelude included. And one player, and I think he actually won, he didn't put a single thing on Mars. Yeah.
Yeah. With all of the different options, you have so many options and so many strategies in the game, and you play the cards that you've dealt. It's a lovely mix. I think they've got the balance just right between playing the cards that you've got, but also being able, especially with drafting, to take cards which fit with what you're trying to do anyway.
Costs, I think.
I think you definitely...
My animals needed some plants to eat.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have played all of those asteroids if I didn't have drawn those asteroid cards. So in that respect, I have been forced down, but I didn't need to draft them. I didn't need to buy them. I could have done other things. It was just I felt that they were the right thing at the right time for me to do.
Right. Who do I think
there are other games out there, and I won't name them, but some of these games are well known for having a similar mechanism to the card mechanism in this. But I felt that sometimes those games play you. In other words, you have less control over the cards that you get, and what you do in those games is determined by the cards you play. Therefore, you're not really in full control of what you do. Whereas in this game with the drafting and the buying of the cards and the standard projects, yeah, I feel it's a good balance. I'm not saying you have full control of what you do because there is still the cards, but yeah.
I'm sorry, Brett.
Okay, as long as it's not worse than me taking the steel production off you, it'll be fine.
That's plant production.
It's a plant production.
So, next turn you'll be one short of your forest, I'm afraid.
Oh, Mark is in the chat, which means Mark's back from his sitting by the pool. I hope you had a good time and sipped many cocktails. We are not finished yet. We are about to go into Generation 7. So the game is coming to an end-ish. Probably 2 or 3 more. Been really good fun.
And we need another space fighter to protect us from these incoming asteroids.
I think all of the asteroids might be gone from the deck.
Yeah, I don't think there's any asteroids left. I'd love it if every time you played one of those cards, you had to put like a big crater token on Mars or something. Block out like, 7 tiles. Alright, I'm all out of stuff to do.
Right, end of the generation, I think. Do you mean Brett's passing?
Yep, I'm passing.
Brett's a busy boy. Last one to pass.
I mean, he's got so much money. Right.
Still lowest in the terraforming ranking, though.
Mm-hmm.
That's because all my trees keep getting burnt and
Yeah, John.
stolen.
Yeah, John.
Who was
Stop
on it? Took
picking
my
on
plants,
Brett.
Mr. Plant Eater. Bloody vegetarians.
What we didn't realize up until now is faux blogs actually ents.
Yes. Don't be hasty.
The ents eat plants. I actually didn't think that through.
Probably.
No.
Right. Okay. Nice cards. Nice cards. This one. Good for me. 2 reasons. This one.
This card would have been great a long time ago.
This one's good, but... Oh. I think I'm going to take that one. Yeah. Sean says that Terraforming Mars seems to me like a whole bunch of cards flying by and you just do stuff with them. I think the more you play it, certainly the first 2 times I played it, I didn't have a clue what I was doing and I felt exactly the same way. There was all these cards and I just went, oh, I don't know. But the more you play it, I think you do get more of an appreciation for, oh, this card is good in this situation and that one's going well with that. Yeah.
I mean, first you'll start to understand how the mechanics on the cards work, and then you start to be able to spot the really good cards quite quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's a huge element of what parts of the game you're choosing to engage with. I think probably the most successful players are going to be doing a little bit of everything, but that's a guess. You can, if you want, focus entirely on engine building or the sort of tile placement on the board. I mean, there's no way to be completely specialized. You do have to do a bit of everything, but you can definitely lean one way quite a lot more than the other things you're doing. And certainly if you're sort of paying attention, certainly if you're engaging in the tile placement stuff and also the milestones and awards, those are obviously the areas of player interaction and contention, and they can create some interesting decisions and tension. You know, like in the last round where I chose to spend basically all my capital to just take a standard project to buy a forest, which I did specifically to beat Paul to the milestone.
Well, that's a 10-point swing between me and you.
Well, exactly.
I was going to get that milestone this turn, this generation.
And that was so slightly suboptimal for me. And I even knew I was going to be first this turn, so I might have been able to wait, but I wasn't sure how that would change things. And I thought it better to just sort of ensure I get it now. And I think tracking that kind of stuff.
Paul the game last time we played was not taking the greenery when he had three greenery.
Yeah, I had 3 forest on the board and I didn't take the greenery milestone. I missed it. I'm struggling for which card I take. Now, this card is yeah. In fact, I don't think I can take that card. Oh, no, I can. But I don't think I want to at this stage in the game. I think that's just expensive for 1 point and what it does. Same with that one. I don't want any of these. So which one shall I take off other people?
You've got a really nice one coming to you anyway, Paul. So.
Have I? Okay. I'll take that one away.
Thomas says you can specialize, but you can't afford to fall completely behind in any aspect of the game, like board presence. Let's see how that works out, because I've got 0 board presence.
I've seen people win without anything on the board. It's not normal.
I'm probably going to have something on the board, but I have definitely fallen behind on board presence, and I'm not. That is a whole aspect of this particular game which I'm not involved in at all. I'll take that one. That one is just completely useless. Yeah, a card which adds an ocean to the board at this stage in the game is of no use at all.
No, you get a plant, Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you put it on the ocean space, you'll get 1 plant.
No, you can't put it. There's no oceans left.
Oh, yeah, there's no tiles left.
There's no tiles left. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a test. You passed. Well done.
Yay! Right, I'm definitely having that one. Seems expensive. This one at this stage in the game is not worth it. I buy 1 card. Gary also makes another point based on what Sean was saying about loads of cards passing you by. Race for the Galaxy. My first 4 or 5 games of Race for the Galaxy, it was literally loads of cards, don't know what's going on, and then once you've played it quite a bit, you're like, okay, yeah, absolutely. You play so quick, and people are able to draft the cards and choose which ones to keep a lot quicker.
And that one is something you don't want to play for the first few times with someone who knows how to play. Sorry, not people who know how to play, but are too good at it. Because my first couple of games really put me off. Right. It wasn't until I actually played New Frontiers that I worked out how Race for the Galaxy works. And I much prefer New Frontiers, to be brutally honest. I'd rather play that. It is Race for the Galaxy, the board game.
Yeah.
It's by the same guy.
Yeah. Tom Lohman.
I think it's better personally, but...
Well, yeah, Race for the Galaxy is, I mean...
You've played it on stream,
it requires... Yeah, we streamed it, and that was, I think... I mean, we came to that quite late, really. I mean, I haven't played it a lot, but I fully recommend, if you want to check it out on BGA, which is Board Game Arena, because the hardest part of the game is the iconography, and that has pop-ups that translate everything for you. Yeah. But for me, it is like very much a sort of combo building engine builder. It helps a lot to know what cards are available in the game. Yes. So I think your first few games, you're just going to have to kind of, depending on who you're playing with, of course, but if you're playing with someone that knows the cards, you're going to have to kind of accept that this is probably going to be not your game to win. But, I think it's worth I think Race for the Galaxy is fun, and I think it's probably. I actually, do you know what, Paul? I would say it's worth putting the time into, but I think it's now quite hard to acquire the physical game.
Yeah, probably.
So
just so you know,
maybe
we
BGA is a
are
good route.
150, 160 years in since we started the game. I am about to put my first tile on the board. So, just preparing for this momentous occasion, and I'm deciding where to put it.
And the crowd goes wild!
Yay! I might put it next to Brett City to give Brett a point.
Maria asks, is Terraforming Mars Ares anything like Race for the Galaxies?
I don't know.
Terraforming Mars Airways was the Terraforming Mars card game.
So
Not the
Gary
Terraforming
says,
Mars isn't a card game.
Gary says it uses the role selection mechanism, so yeah.
Okay.
like Race for the Galaxy.
Yeah, which is a great
I
one.
do like that. It is a good system.
I had a look at that.
Very
Isn't there a load of stuff going on about that one at the moment?
Yeah, let's not talk about that one, but it's it's a bit controversial.
Oh, we
So
talked about the fulfillment policy.
While Brett's taking his turn, I will tell you a story about Race for the Galaxy that I haven't told for a long time. So, Race for the Galaxy, designed by Tom Lerman, very popular game. I played a copy of Race for the Galaxy about 3 years before it came out. A good friend of mine, Richard Klein, had a prototype of it. Tom Lerman had designed the game, he was working on it, he was tweaking it, and copies of Race for the Galaxy in prototype form existed for about 3 years before the game came out. And I played it back then. And then, when there was going to be a Puerto Rico the card game, they basically approached Tom and what's the card game called? I've forgotten. San Juan. San Juan came out before Race for the Galaxy, but San Juan was designed after Race for the Galaxy, basically using the Race for the Galaxy mechanisms, and then they produced San Juan. And then I think it was the year afterwards, or 2 years afterwards, that Race for the Galaxy then came out. So yeah, Race for the Galaxy was around for quite some time before it came out as Race for the Galaxy.
And he kind of went full circle, he said, when he released New Frontiers. Because he was the one he did the other way around to all the others.
Right.
We're a bit warm now.
We're very close,
Yeah,
actually.
we are.
To Terraforming Mars.
It's not this generation. I think it'll be next generation that we finish.
It's just all going to be down to the oxygen levels. With, I mean, we can't put that many greeneries on the board. Mike's doing his water splitting thing. There is only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps left. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, one of the other main features of Race for the Galaxy, which I don't know if it's the first game I played of its type, is the cost to play cards is other cards. And I find that amazing, because what it does is it means that you have extra choices in the game. It's like, okay, I want to play this card, but in order to play this card, I have to lose these other 4 cards. But what it also gives you is more flexibility. So, in other words, in games where there are cards and players are drawing cards, in order for that game to be not completely random, you need to give people more cards than they actually need. And it's the same in this. You know, you draft cards, but then you don't buy all of those cards. You only buy the ones you actually want to keep. So in Race for the Galaxy, the fact that it's throwing loads and loads of cards at you doesn't mean that you have to play every card you get, because some of those cards are just like, okay, well, this is a card which I'm just going to use to pay for other cards. So yeah, it's really well done in Race for the Galaxy. Okay, so the minor award has been funded. Is a guaranteed 5 points to Mike.
No, I don't know who did that. I don't know about that.
Nice. What was it? 20? Was she 20?
Yeah, it was
20
very
for 5
expensive.
points.
Well, you know, I figured like, oh wait, am I out of actions? Oh yeah, no actions left. Oops, just sitting here trying to do everything. Ah, is the temperature done? Are we all done?
Temperature is done. The oceans are done. Which means anybody who now has loads and loads of heat can't actually do anything with that heat.
Except saving it up for the thermalist.
I mean, why it stops at 8 degrees C, I don't know. Because surely...
Because that's warm enough, apparently.
Speak for yourself. I need a nice 22 to 24.
Yeah, we this is literally us choosing to live in Scotland for the climate.
I'll have a...
And don't take that the wrong way, chat. I actually lived in Scotland for a very long time, and I love it there. But
did you? Whereabouts did you live?
For the climate, I lived in the middle of the countryside in Fife.
Right.
About a 20-minute drive outside of St Andrews, actually.
Up in Aberdeen, Mike. So.
Ah, very cool. Yeah, I love it up there in Scotland. I mean, just in general.
So, am I going to put another tile on the board? Oh.
Yeah, Mark's like, once we get to the Industrial Revolution on Mars, it's going to be a breezy 30 degrees.
Yeah, of course, it's got to go next to one of my other tiles. I think. Put it there. Okay. I got done. 38 terraforming rating. Yeah, happy with that.
That's pretty good.
Sev says below 25 degrees is heresy. Yes. That's why you live in Barcelona.
Yeah, Sean, there's a very cool castle and cathedral up at St Andrews. Castle? Is there a castle? Good lord, it's been so long since I lived there. But it's a sort of a really old town, and the university buildings are all very old as well, and it's just very, very beautiful.
Was that before you moved to London? I mean, yes. What I mean is, was that immediately before you moved to London?
No, I spent several years in Leeds, actually, at university in between.
Okay.
So there you go, a little bit of insight into
and
my history.
You've also lived in Devon for 4 days.
That's right.
It totally counts.
I like Devon. Oh no, 3 points. Everyone's getting their endgame cards out now.
Yeah, only 3 more oxygen steps up. Yeah, it's going to be next generation, isn't it? Don't think it's going to be this one.
I don't think so, but...
Just check those. Yeah, still good on that one. That one's touch and go. Is there anything I can do? Oh yeah, good. But it's worth it. This is no card. This is no good for me. Yeah. What I'm going to do now.
Just increasing the industrialization on Mars a bit more.
Eddie's joined in the chat from Bavaria. We have a very international crowd watching today. Thank you everybody for watching. Nice Sunday afternoon. There's the urbanised area coming. That's the card that you can build between 2 cities, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it is a city.
It's gotta be.
Yeah.
Yeah. I passed it, and then you played Noctis City, and I thought, oh, he's got that as well, hasn't he?
Yeah.
So end game scoring is 1 point for every greenery on the board, and every city that you have is worth 1 point for each greenery that it is adjacent to.
Yeah.
Right. So Mike is getting 6 points for the stuff down near the South Pole.
Yeah.
I wouldn't worry about that. Don't consider.
No, I'm just saying to as an example of the scoring. And I'm getting.
I can do to pull this back.
I'm getting 2 points for my greenery. Yeah.
Just doing some tiny micro actions over here. Nothing major, just putting
Windmills.
in money.
Right. Speaking of micro actions, let's have some breathing filters.
You all got cards with points on.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna appreciate this.
I'm gonna get that card.
Oh my god. Brett, your points were like at 4, now they're at 9.
Yeah.
This is deeply upsetting.
I think
just
I
played a
will
3-point
also
card.
play... Let me just check how we're doing for the minor award. Yeah. Not going to win that one.
I'm winning at the moment. Woo!
Yeah, I know. So I might as well spend it to have a Lagrange Observatory. Give me another card. Which one do I want to throw away this time? Let's throw away that one. Right. Done. Let's go. What card did I get? Yeah, okay.
At university, I think it's actually a lot more valuable than people give it credit for.
Oh, I love that card. I played that a lot last time we played.
I mean, it's worked for me in this game because I've been drafting a lot of science cards. So it's... yeah.
Yeah. But that's kind of like, I mean, that's what's really interesting about this game, actually, because I think if you look at it on the surface, you can feel maybe like to specialize in the game means to either focus on your board presence or to focus on building a really good economic engine or to focus on maybe getting the milestones of the awards or something like that. But actually, it's more about knowing the cards and understanding how all the mechanisms interrelate. So, Paul, you can build a really good strategy around having science symbols, or another one around the what are the Ganymede symbols? Those are Jovian. The Jovian symbols.
Jovian tags.
Yeah, if you can get a really good Jovian sort of combo going on, because you need to find early game, I think, a couple of cards that will give you points for having Jovian tags.
Yeah.
Because they're all so expensive, you can then kind of build a strategy around that.
Yeah.
And I think those cards actually tend to lead to less board presence anyway, but you'll find your points elsewhere.
Yeah.
So just like in something like Race for the Galaxy, and I guess most of these kinds of games, there's a real sort of advantage in knowing the cards and where the strategies are in them. But there's a lot to discover there, and I think that there's more aspects than maybe first apparent.
Yeah. I mean, in Generation 1, I had the option of drafting the card that requires 7 science tags. And internally, I was like, hell no. And now I have 7 science tags. But at the start, in Generation 1, I didn't want to draft, because I thought there's no way I'm going to get 7 science tags, but, then I did. John just upped his money production by 6. Wow.
Might have.
Hey.
It's the banker award, isn't it? But
It's not even close. Oh, actually, it's closer than I thought.
What's that?
I didn't realise I've caught up with
You have. You're both on
Right.
23.
I didn't realise that.
Yeah.
you're actually producing more than I am because of your terraforming rating now.
Oh, Mike sold a card.
Well, you know, I mean,
It's not doing anything for you at this stage in the game, then yeah. Sell it.
it's unplayable actually.
Oh right, okay, that one, yeah.
It's one. Well, it's actually one I just grabbed with. I have a card over here that lets me spend it in power infrastructure. No, not that one. Development center. Spend an energy to draw a card.
Already used that action, so I think I'm just going to play a Trans-Neptune Probe. Discard. What am I going to discard? Never going to play that one. What did we get? Oh, I just drew another asteroid. I'm not going to play it because it increases the temperature twice, and it's like, yeah, not going to do that. I mean, it does get 4 titanium as well, but...
In the expansion Terraforming Mars epilogue, we learn that Paul was taken to prison for destroying the planet with asteroids and raising the temperature to the stage where everyone died.
Right, I'm done. John's only got 2 mini left. Brett's got 40. Brett's got 4. Yeah, I think we're getting near the end of this generation. Gary says that there are three Jovian cards that give 1 point per Jovian. And Terraforming Ganymede gives you 1 terraforming rating per Jovian. So he's seen that worth 10 or more points when played very late. Yeah.
Is that a per Jovian tag that you possess?
Yeah.
I mean, that one where my money credits just went up, by the way, that was because everybody else has got space tags. So it was the number of space tags you all had.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. Because he built a space toll booth and now he's charging us all to come to Mars.
Oh,
It's outrageous.
he's a troll. I'll have a look at the card that John played. What was the card that you played, John?
Haven't yet.
Oh, you haven't?
Oh, earlier the
Yeah.
toll booth one. Yeah. It's the toll booth.
Which is the toll station.
Toll
Ah,
station.
yeah. So for each space tag your opponents have. Right, nice.
It could have been far worse than 6, to be fair.
It could have been, yeah. I was hoping I've been hanging on to that for a while, but nobody was playing the space tags.
Oh my god. Alright, guys, here comes another tactical pass. Out for the round.
Think
Because that's right.
I'm going to follow
Push you out
suit.
to the round.
It's me done.
That's me done as well, I think.
Oddly enough.
Thankfully, I'm going first next generation.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I think all of the greeneries might be gone.
Depends. People might hang on for another generation or two.
One plant short.
Don't forget, here's another pro Terraforming Mars strategy tip. Don't forget about the fact that you can spend those plants at the end of the game to place forests next to your city for bonus points.
Can. I'd forgotten that. Yeah. There is an end of game thing.
Yeah, not such a good hand, this one. Don't know about anybody else's is like.
I think it's going to be that one. There's a couple that were okay.
Yeah. If I did that...
Knew I should have funded Banker.
Get me that. But actually, this is just... I think that's just better. Slightly.
Ooh.
None of these are particularly interesting. Take that one and probably get... Do I want to play a card at this stage in the game that loses me 2 points? I think not.
I said that wasn't a very good hand, didn't I?
Cards are all a bit of a nothing. Although the animation when the nuclear bomb goes off is quite cool. Okay, purchasing of cards. That one. Because it's a point.
3 of them, I think.
Right. Is it even worth it for a point? It probably is.
Just buying 2.
Okay, right. I need to think here what I'm going to do with my first 2 actions. I think it's going to be... No, it's not going to be that. I don't have enough money for that because the greenery is 23. I miscounted. Not have enough money. 2 of them. Even if I put the first one there, still not enough. That's terrible. And this is 23 for 2 points effectively. Use my... Now what can I do with 18? Well, selling patents is an action, isn't it? Yeah. Everything is an action.
Yep. You've got like unlimited actions left. You can go for as long as
I
you
do.
want.
It's timing. I'd like
It's
to be
whether or
able to sell
not
patents.
people are going to. It depends if people are going to rush through the greenery this turn, or if they're going to stretch it out for another generation.
I don't think there's going to be another generation.
Yeah, agreed. I don't think it'll be another generation.
Lightning Harvest. Point. Bank cards for points now. Okay, that's me done. Over to you, Brett. Robbers is in the chat saying, yes, it was worth it. 3 to buy, 8 to play. How else am I getting a point? Yeah. Well, yeah, the 23 for the greenery got me 2 points. Because it increased my terraforming rating by 1, and it's going to get me a point at the end of the game. Well, my thinking was to build 2 greeneries and put the second one here, because that would get me 6 money, which would then allow me possibly to do something else. But yeah, I didn't have 46. Whereas Brett could just build the remaining 2 greeneries right now. Which would be a 6-point thing for you.
I think I'm going to. It makes sense. Placing it there gives me another plant, which means I can do my second one for free.
Right, yeah. So when the oxygen level reaches 14%, you can still take the greenery action, put greeneries on the board, but it doesn't increase the oxygen, so it doesn't get you terraforming rate.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yes, just told us.
There you go. Mars is terraformed. Huzzah! We win. The co-op game, right?
In Generation 8, as we said.
As we said, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, 4-player game with Prelude, Generation 8.
I think it's time I set up the capital city. This is right in my position as a lawyer.
Is that the one that gets points for being next to the lake?
Yep, but also next to the greenery people had happily put out for me to put it next to, so I thought, why not? It would be rude not to.
The capital. Nice. Right next to my forests.
I thought you would have put it in the middle of the 3 of them to... but it gives you...
Oh, no, I get more from the greenery. It's a net... Well, it's worth 1 more.
And also because of your commercial centre.
Well, it's always going to go next to my commercial centre, yeah. I mean, there were a couple of places I could have got 1 more point from the... This nets me 1 extra point, I think. It was either 1 extra point from the lake, which would have been 1 less from the greenery. I got 3 instead of 2. I think, unless there's something I'm missing.
So, John...
No, if you put it in the crook of the 3 lakes at the top.
Yeah, but that would only be next to 1 greenery, so by putting it next to the commercial centre, it gets me an extra VP there as well.
Yeah.
So, Paul?
Do you have any idea who's winning?
No.
Right. Because I don't.
I think it's
at
very
all.
close.
I think it's you, but it's closer than it looks, because as we saw last time, it comes down to those awards. It's quite close, I think. I'm not.
One of the strengths of this game is that it is enjoyable to play and just do stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And then you add up the points at the end and it's like, okay, you won, whatever, doesn't matter. You know, the game is enjoyable to play because you feel like you're involved and you're doing stuff and you're playing cards and you're each building your own engine, and that's the enjoyable part of it.
Yep. I mean, I've had people who play. I mentioned this last time we played. A friend of ours played it with us. It was their first game, but they're such a big Babylon 5 fan. They just concentrated on building everything around Syria Planum just to build the Psycore. There was all science being built up on Syria Planum. But they were quite happy. Didn't win, but they were quite happily playing away.
Yeah.
Building up their little engine.
There is something compelling about creating the engine or the combo of cards, however you want to describe it, that makes the game enjoyable regardless of whether or not you're winning. Plus, also, I think the volume of endgame scoring makes it almost impossible to track points during the game. So there's not really any good positional heuristics.
I could take out a few minutes now and add them up, but I'm not bothered.
Yeah, because it'll do it for us anyway.
It's just
and of course it's actually much easier on this version of the game because you've got the little victory point tracker. Yeah. Whereas in the physical game, it's a lot more difficult because you have to look through everyone's tableaus and count up all the little things on their cards. And if they have a card that's like the Jovian cards, that's 1 point per other tag, you've got to count. So I think people are less inclined to do that. So, and I think that's a good thing by and large. I mean, I think, really strong positional heuristics have pros and cons because the more you become more fixated on final score, and that can be very demoralizing, especially if you're like sort of eliminated, in terms of score some point during the game. But, on the other hand, people find it very frustrating not being able to count who's in.
I think it's very close having a quick look. I've had a look at Mike's awards. The awards are spread out quite widely. I think this is going to be quite close, but Paul's terraforming rating, I think, might be what swings it.
Yeah.
We'll see.
So, what can I do now? I have 10 money. I don't have enough plants to build a greenery. I have 5 cards in hand, one of which I can play, which gets me no points. I can't play any of the other cards, so I'm considering scrapping these cards for money in order to play one that's worth points, but I can't do that. So I actually think that's it for me, and there is no point in me playing this card, Nuclear Power. There's no point in me reducing my money income by 2 to give me 3 power, because that 3 power will convert to heat. Oh, hang on, let's have a look at the awards. Thermalist. Yes, I'm competing with Brett for second.
Yep.
So any additional heat I have at the end of the game will count for that. In terms of miner, I can't get the miner, and in terms of scientist, I can't. So it is worthwhile me playing this.
Not turn to heat straight away.
Won't it?
No, because this is the final generation, so
only you're right. Any existing power goes to heat.
Yeah.
And then you right. So
there is energy, I don't think there's not a full production phase, is there? Or is there?
There is a full production phase, but it's only one.
Yeah.
But you convert energy into heat and then generate energy.
Yeah, so you don't get the energy twice.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
so I'm going to end the game with...
Your heat will be current energy plus heat income.
I'm going to end the game with 9 heat. Brett's going to end the game with 10.
Yeah.
Right.
Unless I spend any heat, but
unless you spend any heat. So
I
don't think there's anything
unless you can generate a bit of heat, but or a bit of energy.
So I'm going to skip, and then I'll probably pass when it's my turn next. I just wanted to go through things.
God, Paul, your terraforming rating though.
That's what's going to win Paul the game.
I don't know though. I think I think a lot of us will pick up points for cities and forests that Paul's going to miss out on.
My end game scoring is 3 for the board. That's it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think that's Paul's.
As I say, it's going to be quite close.
Paul's terraforming rating is going to.
But I think that will swing it. I think that was what we're seeing wing it, but we'll see.
Well, I'm going to work out my end game score now.
You can't wait.
You may change. Somebody might dump nothing down next to your city. Oh, you haven't got one.
Gary has given us a tip in chat, but I'm stealing it. It's time for another Ready Steady Play pro tip. Money's the tiebreaker, so make sure you sell off all your cards.
Right. Thank you.
Check out my strategy guide coming to Audible next month, read by Ian McKellen.
Sir Ian McKellen.
Sir Ian McKellen, exactly.
Did I not get any of the milestones? I didn't. Oh dear. Yeah, so I've not won this.
As I said, that's what. But you've got 10 points there, which
I don't think it's even
They're
close.
quite spread out, but no, I think the final score is going to be quite close.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't think it's going to be as close as it was last time, though.
No, I've added up my final score and it's not
Okay.
that high.
Well, I think Brett needs to stop trying to compete for my damn mining award. Get out of here, Brett.
Oh, getting close.
I won't beat you. I'm just making sure I'm second.
Yeah, sure. That's what they all say. And then I noticed that you got 14 thingies after final score, and I've only got 19. So and I was hoping to spend some, so it's real close now.
Mhm.
Oh, that doesn't do me any good either. Bloody hell. I don't think.
I can just. Sorry.
So I think I'm probably more or less done. Can't think of anything I can do. That's annoying. Except for sell some cards.
Okay, maybe the points are close because I've just added up John's score. Take it back.
I know who I think's won. It's not me.
I think they're all going to be fairly close. I don't know who's edged out at the moment.
My brain's not up to doing the maths right now.
Right, what's Mike going to do at the end with his 33 money?
Quick question.
Brett
I know
just nicked into
this,
second
of course,
place on the scientist.
because
Yeah.
I wrote the strategy guide, but for those of you in chat who might also know this, when you take a city as a standard action, can you use steel to offset the cost?
Not unless you have a card to pay it that allows it.
Okay.
I think there is a card that allows that, but
Normally, no.
So I'm facing an interesting choice here because I've got to decide what gets me the most points. Second place for 2 points for that. I think this is better. I think this combo is better than the other potential combo.
$33 money production. Where did that come from? Where did your 33 mega credit production come from?
I added all that for your space tags with the toll booth.
Yeah.
I know, the cattle and your immigration shuttles gave you the other 10.
I don't have immigration shuttles. That's Brett.
No, you're yellow.
Yes. Wait, oh, immigration shuttle. Oh yes, that. I just played that. I forgot about that one. For what it's worth, it got me a little bit extra. Again, I didn't get that card out in time.
All right, I'm gonna explain my choices here at the end of the game in case if it makes a difference. If it doesn't, it's fine. We'll find out.
Right, so what have you done? Just built a city. Couple of points.
Yeah.
It's a couple of points at least, yeah.
Got you a steel. Right, so I think I am selling all of these cards. Then skipping. See what Brett's got to do. Still got 28 money.
Let's have some
The
insects.
city.
And
I mean, what's a good winning score in the chat? Let us know what you think a good winning score is, and then I can tell you whether I think I'm in with a chance. Insects. Ah, nice. Got you 8 plants, which means you can add another forest at the end of the game.
Yeah.
Which is another 2 points.
I have passed.
Okay. One is done. Gary says, I could have kept that, played it on a plant bonus, and then I would have 8 plants, which would have got me a point. Ah, I missed out on a point. Thank you very much, Gary. Yeah, because I am 1 plant short of being able to build a greenery at the end of the game.
Didn't you have a card that would give you 1 plant production?
I had a card that would allow, it was the radioactive area, oh sorry, the restrictive area, which I could have put on the board on an area that would have got me a plant.
Yep.
So, whereas now, I am passing. Yeah, thank you very much, Gary, for these tips. Paul is saying 60 points. Is a good score. I'm not at 60.
No, I think last time we were between 50 and 60.
Right, okay. For some reason I was thinking 60 to 70, but...
Was it?
Yeah, I was thinking something
I'll
like
go back
that.
and check next time.
No,
Go
I don't
back
know
and
what
check.
we were on last time. I was thinking 60 to 70 is a good winning score, but... Okay, can't remember.
60, yeah, 60 is a good score.
I suppose it depends on how much of the content you're using, right?
Yeah.
I imagine the 3 Mars game that Paul plays is.
No, I haven't played it. I just know of other people that have. Yeah, a good score in that game would be a lot more than 60.
Rita's just commented there's not much on the board.
No, there is really not much on the board, is there? We've been doing other stuff. Yeah,
I don't
It's
know.
a
I
very
feel like I've
industrial
seen games where there's been less than this.
Oh,
Although
I've
actually,
definitely
for
seen
a
games where
4-player
there's been
game.
left.
To be fair, I'm thinking of, I think, games with less than 4. So with 4 players, yeah, it does seem fairly... Although I suppose you're kind of limited with how much you can build, given...
And a 3-player game
Given
just
that-
goes on longer. So you
Yeah,
should...
there's still 9 oceans and,
Yeah.
so many forests.
Yeah.
this is going to be a bit of a dick move, shall we say.
Where's he going to place it? Is it going to hurt somebody's... Well, let's see what he's done. Well, it's another security fleet.
Ah, come on. Did he come at me?
Yeah, I came at you, Mike.
Yeah,
Because you would have had 8 plants otherwise, yeah.
Ah, god damn it.
Ah, it's a couple of points.
Yeah.
Okay, Mike.
No!
Revenge.
Well, I don't think I have much of a revenge. So 12.
You don't have the target player loses 10 points card.
Nah, that'd be great though, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's a special gaming rules promo card.
If it helps, I do feel really bad about doing it.
Don't worry about it, man. It's part of the game. I would be displeased if you hadn't. Yeah, it's the competitive play after all.
Yeah.
Right.
I do. Well, I mean, one of the things I do like about this game is that even the take that isn't exactly
No.
painful.
I mean, when the game came out, the take that cards were one of the things that people were talking about a lot. And I know a lot of people that took them out because they said the game's horrible. And then I played it and I went, and I don't like take that in games. And I played it and I'm like, what's the problem?
And I think, you know, Ryder was going about, there was about 3 asteroids in the game at that point or something like that. It was, it's nothing.
Yeah.
As vicious games go, this isn't one of them.
This isn't, no.
Paul couldn't have run his asteroid strategy.
Sneaking an extra heat production in near the end. I see.
Again, just to make sure I'm in second place.
Yeah, well, I think you were anyway. I don't think there's anything that can be done about that. Mike's still in. I suspect not for much longer.
Yeah.
Considering none of us have got any money or cards left really now. Sean is still hanging out for his Gaming Rules Extended Take Backs his promo card. Yes. Which for those people who've ever seen any of my solo playthroughs, it gets used a lot. It really does.
I don't like the fact that Brett's still in this. It's really helping to have it pop.
And no actions.
He's no actions.
Yeah.
He can't do anything.
No.
But can you do anything?
Well, let's play this. I can play 1 card.
Okay.
It's worth a point. But I had to spend 5 steals. I just want to make sure
Oh,
I'm not
right. Okay.
lose minor at the very end of the game for no reason.
That would be a bad move.
Yeah.
So yeah, solar power. Get a point.
Points as prizes. Man, I was so pleased with how I calculated that greenery. And now I'm very upset.
Yeah.
Because quite frankly, there's not enough forests on Mars either.
No.
We didn't make enough forests, team.
Right.
Honestly, we should be.
We are all done. Is everybody ready for the final scoring? I think mine is 56.
No, I'm done.
I got a final plant.
Oh, you've got a final, final production phase, followed by final placing of plants on the board phase.
Which I think is just me, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm 1 plant short.
So I had a card in hand. I'll tell you now, Paul. I had a card in hand that actually could have possibly put me into second place for Thermalist, but I picked to play the city in the second city instead.
Should have played the third.
Partly also, but well, second place for Thermalist is a 2-point swing, and that city's worth what? Like
no, yeah, but it's 2 points for you.
So it's 4 points.
2 points off Brett. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're saying the city.
But also, then I was planning on having the other forest as well.
Right.
So we'll have to see how this panned out.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
Paul, I think it's with you for plant conversion.
Right,
oh, that's true. I have to click done. Even though I haven't got any. Yeah. Right. Where's Brett going to put his forest? There. Yeah, this is a bit weird in the app that it gives you the option of doing it even when you can't do it.
Yeah. It's peculiar, isn't it? It's your turn. Do you want to place plants? Oh, yeah, I do.
I'd love to.
I'd love that. Can I place 3 or 4?
Right, here we go. The game is over.
We get the little meters going up and down.
Whee!
So I told you.
Here we go. Next, cities. And then victory points. Yeah, so I'd counted minus 56. We have a winner.
I'm now not so sorry about taking that plant off you.
I knew I was way down.
Congratulations, Mike. Well played.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. Buy my strategy guide, available on audio and Kindle next month.
John, I'd counted your points at 53. I obviously miscounted.
No, I knew I'd dropped it. I mean, I will say, Terrator, interesting one. They give you a load of money to start, but they don't combine very well with the cards I was getting. But yeah, no, it was good. Enjoyed that.
Yeah, well played, Mike. And as I say, Mike's strategy guide is out next week on Kindle, and the Audible book read by Sir Ian McKellen will be out the week afterwards. There you go.
Yep.
So what was your secret to success then, Mike? Read the book.
Do you know, honestly, Paul, I'm quite surprised that I've won this. I think it's what it is I think it's actually sort of ruthless decision making. I think, you know, the game is at its, I mean, it's funny how we were talking about all these different strategies and everything, but the one thing I think you really have to pay attention to is economic management, you know? Like, it's not about having the most resources necessarily. It's about how you utilize those resources to get you points, you know? And so I think, like, it's just about careful managing that economy, and sort of how timing is important too, you know, for those of you who in chat who are talking about the cards flying by, you know, the milestones and awards are hugely important. Well, you can see how important those were on that
move that you made in Generation 5 to build that third greenery and get that milestone.
Yep, that took you out of first place and put me in first place.
It did. Yeah.
You would have had 61 and I would have had 57.
Yeah. However, to be fair, you would have used that money elsewhere to do other things, and I would have had to use the money to take the milestone. But that was huge. That was a big. Yeah. And if you look at the points compared to you and Brett, your terraforming rating was within one of each other. The awards within one of each other. The greenery was almost the same. The city was almost the same. The victory points was almost the same. But you got 2 milestones and Brett got 1.
I said before, it's about milestones and awards, definitely.
Milestones and awards. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I guess the key thing is, folks, like, it's a game of many, many parts, and you can't really lose sight of any specific part. He said as though he was some kind of major authority on this.
Yes.
But, you know,
milestones and awards, you need, I mean, they're 5 points each. Yeah. They're huge. They are huge.
Yeah. Trying to tie that into whatever else you're doing is important.
Yeah, I think. And if you just focus on the awards and the milestones without keeping up your other stuff and getting your engine and your economy going, you probably won't do well. You need to tie everything together.
Well, to get the awards at the end game, you need to have the economy. So it's not just about activating them. It's about activating ones that are going to tie in with everything else you're doing. So you can't really consider any one part of the game in isolation, I don't think.
So Brett, my money was on you because I knew you were doing well. But I hadn't factored in Mike's milestones and awards.
Yeah, those 2 milestones, the 10 points was huge.
Yeah, it is big. But other than that, we all did. You know, I mean, if you look at the points we got from cards, it's between 8 and 11. That's all fairly close. Look at the awards. We all got roughly the same points from the awards. John didn't build any greenery. I didn't build any city. That's where me and John got hurt, is on the, you know, I didn't have any cities, John didn't have any greeneries.
I built my city too late as well. So.
Yeah. But I'll tell you what, I don't know how long we've been streaming. How long has the game been?
3.5 hours.
3.5 hours. That's been a fantastic 3.5 hours. It's been really, really good fun. Really enjoyed it.
And John, what was your highest economy at one point? I think something
25, 30?
No, 30. It got to 33, and some people kept knocking it down as well. Yeah. It's not the highest I've ever had, but it's quite. I mean, I got to 37 in the last game I played with someone. But yes.
This is I just wanted to illustrate that it's not necessarily about having the most money, because I think my best was like 3.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not. But there
No.
are strategies that run around an economy, but I didn't have the cards that particular strategy needed.
Yeah, and that.
Well,
that is,
I suppose that's part of it, but you need to have some kind of economy, right? Whether it's titanium or steel or
something.
money or
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's fascinating because John and Brett were producing a lot of money and were able to have the flexibility of buying cards and doing everything else. Whereas, Mike was struggling for money. I was struggling for money. Yet when you look at the final scores, you know, not knocking you, John, but you ended up with 46 and Brett ended up with 60.
But for example, if I'd nicked one of the milestones off Mike, he would have dropped by 5. I would be up by 5, which would be 15. It's a balance. I just didn't get them. I didn't get the cards I needed for the milestones, which is annoying.
Gary in the chat says that they played a 4-player game about a month ago where the scores were 93, 89, 88, and 70.
Yeah.
But it was a much fuller board. Now, the hundreds of asteroids that I was dropping on the planet, that was speeding up the game without putting anything on the board. But it was giving me that instant terraforming rating. So doing it early, that's why I was doing that.
Yeah. And that's the thing, if you fill the board up with cities and greenery, there's a lot more points on the board to be had as well.
There's a lot more points, and those things don't, you know, you can build cities and none of them help towards the terraforming. You know, they're just, I'm going to put this on and it's going to generate me a bit of money and it'll give me end game points, but it isn't bringing the game to an end. So I'd be interested, Gary, to see how many generations that 4-player game that you've mentioned lasted. I suspect it would be probably 9 or 10 generations. I don't know. But anyway, we are all done. Thank you very much to you 3 for joining me this afternoon. I assume we all enjoyed it.
Yep. You did.
Yeah, absolutely.
So really good. And I will say goodbye to you now on Discord. Thank you very much, and I'll speak to you all soon.
Thanks for having us.
See you later.
There we go. And thank you to everybody who has been watching this with us this afternoon. Really, really good afternoon. Really enjoyed it, especially after the last few days, which have been a bit rough for me. This was fantastic. I didn't mention this at the start, but this video and all of the other content that I'm making at the moment is only funded through Patreon. So if you do like the content that I make, obviously, please subscribe to the channel, click the like button and the little bell. But if you are in a position to be able to support me on Patreon, it is patreon.com/gaming rules. That's it for this weekend. I will be back next week with some more videos. I have a Gloomhaven Digital on Tuesday. I have my monthly live Q&A on Wednesday. And then I have Mage Knight 2-player game coming on Friday. If you're interested in any of those, they'll be coming to the channel next week. And other stuff that will be announced in future. But for now, take care everybody. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you soon. Gaming Rules is proudly sponsored by Game Toppers, upgrading your gaming experience. Visit GameToppersLLC.com.